Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Honey Flow Talk Show. I know it's been a bit of a minute as well, but we got a great guest coming on. Wanted him on my show for quite some time now. His bio is amazing. He's done actually a lot of things. So he's originally from Philly and he resides in DC now, been in DC for quite some time. So we're going to actually chop it up and talk about his experience in both places. He's been a DJ for 20 plus years. He was the recipient of the Urban Independent Music Awards for the DJ of the Year. And he's played for nationwide crowds as part of the Latin hip hop powerhouse, Christopoulos. Hopefully I said his name right as well. And of course, the tour DJ for the DC hip hop legendary group Priest de Nomad. Been checking out his stuff a lot lately too and loving it, digging it. It's kind of that J Dilla Slum Village vibe that I love as well. And, you know, I kind of feel that when I listen to DJ EBOOGIE's music and just what he embodies and the type of person he is. I just get that vibe from him as well, that, you know, that kind of flow he has, which I love. So he's also been nominated for Rookie of the Year, Best New Mixtape DJ, Best East Coast Mixtape DJ, Best Blends Mixtape DJ. Man, maybe he could help me get a mixtape. Maybe he could help me get a slow jam mixtape or something. I have to talk to him about those mixtapes. So he does several residencies, of course, in the DMV area. He's also a DJ instructor for a nonprofit organization called Words, Beats, and Life. So we're definitely going to chop it up because this guy has so much experience and I could definitely learn from him. And I know you guys are going to be learning a lot from him too. So make sure you guys give DJ EBOOGIE1 a warm welcome too. And yeah, I'm really interested in hearing not only his DJ experience, but his life experience too. I just have a feeling this guy has a lot of interesting stories behind him. So let's bring him in right now and yeah, and we'll go from there. Hey, oh, I don't think I see you.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know what the heck happened. I'm well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, we got DJ while he's fixing it. We got DGS619 in the building. Make sure everyone in the room is adding him as well. And he's going to be continuing high school grades, which is awesome. You know, of course, in tribute of his brother that we all know and love, Blockbuster Music. So Blockbuster Music was the originator on here that did, you know, all the high school raids and just brought us back to those high school memories. So may his memory also and legacy live on as well. And I'm so happy his brother in the room with us, DGS 619, is carrying that on. So I'll be on his raid. I think you're probably on his are you on his high school raid?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, awesome. Good. So I'm hoping
I couldn't pass that up.
So do you have like a huge high top like Kid and Play back in the day, or you know, I can't wait to see that, your pictures.
I had a small one, had a baby one. Had a baby high top.
Oh, awesome. I can't wait to see that. We got Charmaine the Villain. We got Lil Unique in the building as well.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Thanks for coming through, you guys. I appreciate it. And DGS619, of course. Good to see all you guys. So you have done a lot going through your bio. I was curious, you know, what age you kind of started and what inspired you to get into DJing all that 20 plus years ago, right?
Yeah, actually more than that, like maybe I'm just going on 30 now. 30 plus years.
Wow.
Now.
Yeah. You don't look old enough to be DJing for 30 years. What the heck?
Everybody says that.
Zoom in on him. What facial cream are you using? And I feel like I need that, you know, for my youth. You do not 30 plus years. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess my love of music is what really got me into DJing. You know, even before I was a DJ, I'm a singer songwriter too. I didn't add that in the bio because
Hmm.
once upon a time I tried to keep those two things separated. But then as time went on, I decided, you know what? Let's just combine all that together because that's part of my brand. The singing and songwriting and the DJing stuff is all a part of my brand. So just recently I just started doing that.
Oh,
Just adding it
wow.
all together. Yeah, just recently.
Well, what would your flow be singing? I feel like you're a guy that could do poetry. Have you done spoken word or like rapping, poetry? You got a very floetic voice. It's very smooth. So,
I used to be in a rap group, if that says anything. I
hmm.
used to be in a rap group a long time ago, which actually got me into DJing. You know, just being in that group. So that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
But yeah, um, the singing came first, and then the rapping, and then the DJing came later. So
Oh, what
yeah.
group was it?
Um,
I may
this
not
is
even
so
know
funny. I
this.
knew he was going to ask me that. This is so funny. The group that I was in my high school years was a group called, wait for it, don't laugh, y'all. I know DGS, y'all going is we called ourselves the Twins of Spin.
I like that. That's smooth. Twins
That's
of
such a
Spin.
terrible name. That's a terrible name.
Twins of Spin. Where do you get the Twins of Spin from?
Um, because I guess we were all DJs at some point, right? But we only had one main DJ, and this is what got me into it. We were high school kids,
Hmm.
but this guy was a college dude. So we're like in our teens. He's 20 years old, right? And this is the first time that I've ever seen like real live Technique 1200 turntables. Oh, he had the whole bit. So I was just like a kid in a candy store. So whenever we would rehearse, we used to get a lot of shows back then. So whenever we rehearse, we would break from rehearsal. I'd always ask, "Hey, can I try that? You know, can I try it?" So he would let me try and everything. And he then, started to invite me over to his house to, I guess, work on mixing or whatever. So I did my first mix. His name is Aaron Moss, by the way. So I did my first mixtape there. And I wish I'd have kept that mixtape because it was bad.
Oh, that would have been legendary though, just
it
keeping
was it was
what you
bad.
first started. Aw.
It was very bad. But I thought I was doing something. So that was my journey. He taught me the basics of DJing. All the extra stuff I kind of taught myself by watching other DJs and then just kind of mimicking what they're doing, just kind of developing my own style. So
Mhm. That's so dope. Hey, we got Cynthia Fong that just came in the building.
hey,
How you
Cynthia.
doing? Throw up some hearts for her as well. I saw some, someone that you knew passed away as well, another DJ from the West Coast
Mm,
on here. So my condolences and prayers to you as well, Cynthia, and throw up some hearts for her as well. Good to see
yes.
you. We have Elegance 54 in the building.
Hey, elegance.
And
Hey,
Lil Unique, of course, DGS619. Hey, DJ Big Al, good to see you.
Big
350.
Al.
Make sure you guys are adding everyone here. We got Mix Matt in the building as well. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming through too. Appreciate you. Awesome. Um, so that's cool. So like were you able to freestyle when you because I feel like every rap group back in the day knew how to freestyle.
Yeah, back when now, yeah, I knew how to freestyle back then.
Do you ever
Um,
practice it? Like, does it come natural? Like, if I put you on the spot later on the show, would you be able to like spit like maybe 2 lines, like do a freestyle, like later on?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Well,
we'll
maybe
have
if
to,
I battle you, because I think I battled was it DJ Big Al? I think I battled DJ Big Al when he was on my show. I
oh my
said, "Look,
God.
if I can do 2 freestyle lines to you, would
I
you
don't know. I
do
don't
it
know.
back to me?"
I don't know. I don't I don't know, honey flow. That's
You can't
that's
be as bad as me, so I think
I don't
I
know.
think
You might edge me out because I haven't done it in so long. I haven't freestyled in so long. That's one of those things that you really have to keep up. I feel. Freestyling is not like I feel that that's not like riding a bike.
not
So
me, not me,
you
not
know,
me. DJ E Boogie, not me. How you doing, Mr. Nate? Good to see you.
Mr. Nate, what's
Okay,
up?
we're gonna warm you up because we can't
Okay,
really put you on the spot like the first
okay,
5 minutes of my show. So I'll kind of
okay.
warm him up, guys, and then I'll pull it out. I'll pull it out of him. Either a freestyle or singing, because you said you could sing.
Okay.
So maybe I'll pull that out later.
Maybe.
What
You
would your
said,
style be if you say that you could sing? Who would you compare your well, I know it's hard to compare yourself, but, like, if there's any style, what would that be? Would it be more neo
um,
soul or
well, I've been compared a lot to Joe.
oh, shoot, Joe. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But
You
I
got Joe's
personally,
voice? Okay, alright.
well, I wouldn't say that. I would say that's basically purely on looks per se.
Oh, so now he's saying he looks like Joe? What? Oh, no.
I'm not saying I look like
You're
Joe.
saying okay, oh, you're saying not on looks. You do look like someone. I don't know if he looks like Joe, guys, but I feel like he looks like someone. I
Mhm.
just can't figure out who it is. Who do you get?
I've been told Joe, Big L. I've been told Eddie Murphy at one point. It's
Oh,
just
maybe the eyes. Maybe I could see the eyes with Eddie Murphy. I don't know.
right.
Oh, maybe Joe. Hey, we got ADMC in the building. Good to see you. You know
DMC,
what?
what's up?
Maybe a little bit of Joe. I wasn't seeing it before, but maybe there's something in his expression that looks a little bit like
Mm-hmm.
him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All you need is like the leather pants, or I'm maximizing you. All you need is like the leather pants and like the leather vest or something, and
Right,
the black
right.
shades, you know.
Something like that. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Joe, well, if I mean that's a high compliment to be compared to Joe because he is an amazing like he's such an amazing singer.
He's incredible. Yes, he's incredible.
Yeah. Have you
Incredible.
seen him recently? I did
Um,
go to one of his concerts.
Not recently. No, I haven't seen him recently, but I'd hear he's still out there doing it and doing a very good job of it. So shouts to
Mhm.
Joe.
Okay, the
Shouts.
ladies want you to sing later. Cynthia, real Charlemagne, she's going to put you on the spot. Or he's gonna
Mhm.
put you on this I gotta get my glasses. He says he sings like Joe, as well. So yeah, the ladies definitely want you, to sing.
I
Oh,
shouldn't have said anything.
Lil Unique says, "I got pictures." Ooh.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Even the men, the fellas in the building are saying,
I
"Yes,
shouldn't have
definitely
said
Joe."
anything at
Actually, I think it is Joe. I think, maybe if he trimmed a little bit of the goatee a little
Yeah,
bit
maybe
more,
so.
I think you would
Probably.
see it even more. Yeah.
Mhm.
We got cool DJ Frank in the building. Did you guys know each other back in Philly?
No, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting cool DJ Frank, but it's cool that he's a Philly brother like myself. So what's up, Frank?
Yeah, and he's legendary too in Philly,
Mhm.
so I thought maybe you guys might have known each other. Got another Philly person in the building. You'll probably only see her in jail. Her name is Twitches Our Radio, so
Okay.
she's gonna come out of lurk. She's gonna come out of lurk and bug me because she always banters me, so I always
Right,
bug her back.
right.
She is famously known, guys, being in jail. So you'll know her in Philly. If you visit the jailhouse out there, you'll see Twitches Our
Okay.
Radio.
All right.
Anyways, so you DJ'd. Okay, so that's cool. So you were in a hip hop group and you did some singing, and then you went into DJing. Was there
Mhm.
anyone back in the day that really inspired you for DJing?
Yes. God bless the dead. Jam Master Jay was my first inspiration, and then, of course, my man DJ Jazzy Jeff. Um, Jam Master Jay was the one who who lit the spark, and Jazzy Jeff was the one who said, "Okay, that's what I want to do. I want to learn that." So those two guys are very big inspirations for me.
Nice. Do you remember your first pieces of equipment over 30 years ago?
Yes, I do. I had two, I had two raggedy belt drive turntables, no name. I had this big um remember Radio Shack? I might be dating myself. You
Yes,
remember
the
Radio
Radio
Shack?
Shack. Yeah, Radio
Yeah,
Shack mixer or something?
right. The realistic mixers, Radio Shack.
Mhm.
I got the cheapest one. They had different grades, but I got the cheapest one with the wood panel and three, 4 channels. Oh man, my system was tired back then, but I made it work. I made it
Oh
work. I got
man.
my first pieces of equipment. I started collecting vinyl, and that's it.
Hey, Mrs. QOS. Is it COS or QOS? QOS.
QOS.
And
Hey.
Elegance 54. Good to see you guys as well. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, I know a few guys here that have been in the game for like 30 plus years. They all talk about the Radio Shack equipment. That's how I became familiar with it. But
Right.
do you have any of those pieces? Have you kept
Oh
any of them?
no. I no. I let those
Ah.
pieces go. But see, that's so funny you should ask that because it's like we mentioned the mixtape. If I had the forethought to keep those things, I would have kept them, especially the mixtape, just to kind of show people like, yo, this is what I sounded like. Like my students, when I teach my students, I definitely would have showcased that mixtape to them. Like, this is where I started, and look at
Mhm.
where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. How long do you think it took you and how much practice, daily practice did it actually take you to become that you feel a good DJ? Like how long did I know everyone's time frame is different, but like how long did that actually take you and how many hours would you say that you invested into it daily?
I feel it probably took me to become decent. And again, we're talking about a time with this, it's not digital, everything's analog. So
Mhm.
I would say maybe 6 months on the low end, 6 months to a year of constant practice. And this was before me even getting into like the heavy scratching and all that. This is basically getting the basic routine of transition and mixing 2 records together. Just getting that down solid. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Before
That's pretty
anything else came into
fast.
play.
Yeah,
You
that
think
I
that's
feel like
fast?
I think 6 months is fast. I'm still learning, and I feel like I don't even, it's like when I look at you guys, I'm like, "Whew, man, I'm gonna be like 90 years old by the time I get this," you know?
But
Um,
you know what, Honey Flo, I've watched you several times, but see, what is it? Maybe I should ask you this. What is it that you yourself, what's your personal goal as a DJ? What are you trying to what stage of the DJ craft are you trying to be at?
well, I would love to get into a competition, like,
Mhm,
and because I push so many other women, because
mhm,
I feel like there's so much, not to compare, but they are better. They have
mhm,
that skill level, right?
mhm,
So for me, it's like I would love to just be able to instead of saying to all the guys, "Oh, hey, I know so many women that can do this," and all these guys are saying, "Oh, no, honey Flo, there's like no woman good enough to scratch." Like
mhm,
for me, I would love to at least uh, surprise people when they're not expecting it and just get in
mhm.
at least any competition, even if it's a
Okay,
little competition on here, right? And that
right.
would be like scratching, mixing, maybe even doing the word play. I
Mhm,
tried that, but I felt like it was way too hard for me, like trying to like mix or blend like every 10 seconds. Like it was really, really challenging, but I had the songs
okay,
lined up, right?
right,
So,
right.
anyways, yeah. Maybe
Okay.
I know it's gonna take practice, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I tell my students that a lot too. It takes once you've built up that state of repetition of doing it, because it's when you really think about it, when you really strip down the scratching and all that fancy stuff, when you really think about it, all we're really doing is blending 2 records together and transitioning from one song to the next over and over and over, and you know what I'm saying. So all the other stuff is just, that's flash and flare. I
Mhm,
tell my students this all the time. I always got to revert back to them because that's one of the very proud moments of my life is being able to teach other people what it is that we do, you know.
mhm,
Um so if you don't overthink it so much as to, oh, I got to learn how to scratch. Oh, I got to, you know, concentrate on getting those basic movements down,
mhm,
blending those 2 records together. Like when you do a party, when you do parties and stuff, that's essentially what you're doing. you got to make sure that you keep your focus on that crowd and making sure that they're up and dancing for 4
Yeah, for
hours,
sure. Yeah.
right? So all you're doing is stringing a bunch of songs along for 4 hours without a break, without any, without any train wrecking or anything, just smooth transition back to back,
Mhm.
right? So that's what people, and for me, I appreciate a DJ who can do that way more than any DJ who can do the fanciest scratch or beat juggle or that stuff is cool. I was in competitions too like that. That stuff is cool, but
Mhm.
if you have an audience that you're playing for, none of that stuff matters. It,
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't matter.
true. Because 'Cause
You
they're
know what I
not
mean?
a lot of them don't come there for that, and some of them wanna hear the radio tracks. They don't wanna
Right,
hear the mashups and the edits and all
right,
the fancy
right,
stuff. I mean, they
right.
may more so on Twitch, but
Hmm.
not you're out live. People wanna hear what they're familiar with, like what's on the radio or what they
Hmm.
know. We're
Hmm.
like that, even though we're like,
Hmm.
I don't wanna play top 40," but if I rewind 30 years or 20 years when I used to really hit the clubs, you wanted to hear that fresh track that was being played
Right,
out there, right?
right,
So,
right,
yeah.
right.
I guess it's being able to read the crowd, and
Yeah, you definitely
yeah.
got to read your crowd.
But I like that about you. You seem very, like, humble. I know I've said that with some
Mhm.
other people I've interviewed, but you just exude that, and I really appreciate that because 'cause you're so talented. Like,
Thank you.
you really are an incredible DJ and your show, like, what you do, I'm like,
Mhm.
"Wow." You just bring a different flavor, like, that kinda I mean, I guess I relate it to the shows I've watched, like that Slum
Right.
Village. You even have that voice, like,
Mhm.
that smooth J Dilla, Slum Village, like that kind of vibe, and I'm
Thank you.
just
I
like, "Oh,
appreciate
wow." Were you
that.
ever on radio? Did you ever do radio
I
before?
did high school radio, college radio for a time. Um, yeah, I did like online radio, things of that nature.
Okay,
Used to be on an online show about 10 years ago. I did that.
okay.
So
Yeah, so
yeah.
you've done quite a few things then as well. So, for all you guys that missed it, like he teaches, of course, DJing, which I may have to come to you off record, so I may be bugging you.
No problem.
And I like that I feel like you'd be the type of guy that would still be a student, even though you know a lot.
Mhm.
I feel like you're the type that is like, "Hey, I'm still learning," right? Like, I'm kinda wondering what keeps you humble because 'cause you've done and we're gonna get into your bio because 'cause you've done quite a lot of incredible things,
Mhm.
but, like, what keeps you humble in this industry? Because you really don't need to be with your skill set,
Just
but
I mean, just you just said it. I am forever a student of the DJ game. I'm a humble student of the game. Even though I may have been doing it for as long as I have, I appreciate other DJs, no matter what skill level they're at, because what we do is an art. It's an art. And
Mhm.
for people, anyone who discredits the art of DJing is just something that it kind of gets under my skin. When they look at us as glorified jukeboxes, it gets
Oh,
under
yeah.
my skin. You know what I mean? Because we do so much more than that. Um when we say you get booked for a gig, you know what I'm saying? The moment you get booked for that gig, we have to prepare, right?
Mhm.
Preparation, getting the music together, if we got to bring equipment, the whole nine. Like it's a whole production of what we do. And I'm speaking for all DJs, all of my Twitch DJs, anywhere, anyone. We're not glorified jukeboxes. So for anyone to look at us and belittle us to that level, it's like, yeah, okay, I like to see you come up here and do what we do. I'm a step
100%.
away. Right. I'm a step away. Here's your
Yeah.
crowd. I got them going. One song, do what we do right now, and just watch them
Mhm.
freeze up.
And people
So
don't realize how much pressure it is, like, when you're at a venue, the 2 biggest things, and I know you could probably say yes to this, is the food. It doesn't matter what venue it is, if it's a wedding, corporate event, if it's a
right,
club, like, the 2 biggest things you're gonna have there is the food and is the music,
yep,
right? But people don't realize how much effort and how much high energy and just, like, how much yeah, you could be prepping 20 hours in advance for one
right,
event. You could make maybe one mistake, like maybe play one song people don't like, but you could have like the whole floor on the dance floor, right? And
Right,
you could have that one
right,
person that doesn't like what you do or heckle you. And I
right.
don't know, does that ever, because I know you're confident in your skill and what you do, but has that ever like mess with you doing
Yes.
a gig and then you have that one person just heckling you like, I want Britney
Abs-
Spears or I want this?
absolutely,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
I think every DJ has gone through that at some point in time. As a matter of fact, it's funny you should bring out. I'll even tell you a quick story.
Hmm.
Um, I remember I was just DJing at this club out in DC, this place called the Ritz, and it's a big club. It's one of the first big clubs I started playing at when I started get my feet wet in the DC arena. So, and the Ritz had two rooms. There was a main room, and then there was a lobby type room where people, that's the first room people see when they come in, right? So I'm playing, and again, this is the analog age. So I'm playing, and I got the crowd going, they're doing their thing, and it was this one person. It's a woman too. She's over there, she's rocking, she's doing her thing, right? I'm hitting them with everything, I'm getting it going. She comes up to me and she asked me for a specific song. I'm going to tell you what song this is. The song Laffy Taffy.
Oh yeah, I
I
remember
hated
that
this
song, Laffy
song with
Taffy.
a passion. I hated this song so much. Now,
Oh,
again, this
Laffy
is the
Taffy.
time where you had to have vinyl. So we had
Yeah.
vinyl. It wasn't like you could download it.
Oh
So you had to
yeah.
have every record. I hated this song so much. I would never carry that record with me ever.
Hmm.
So so she asked me for this record. After I'm watching her, she's partying her head off, right? I said I didn't have it. And maybe it was the way I said it to her. I said, I don't have that record. She looked at me and I kid you not, she said, "What? You don't have Laffy Taffy? Oh, you're a whack DJ. You
Oh
suck." I was like,
wow.
right. But
Oh,
mind you, a few seconds ago, she was over there, getting her life partying to,
100%.
that one record. I was the wackest DJ she, she's ever seen from that one record.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's a live social feed of trolls when you're live. Like this
Mhm,
was before social media, guys.
mhm.
So I kind of like for a DJ, like you could be like pushing, pumping up the crowd, like, everyone's enjoying it. Like you said, she loved everything. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, you suck," or whatever as a DJ. Like people say the worst, the meanest
Right,
things to you. You got to have some
right.
tough skin. But doesn't
Yeah,
it kind of, even though you can have a good night, sometimes it can, I don't know, trip you up a bit. I don't know if it's ever tripped you up, or as a
it
DJ,
does.
you're always overthinking in your
Mhm.
head. You're always like, okay, what could have I done better? What could have I, because we become perfectionists, right? In our own
All the
mind.
time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Wow. So,
it
but do you just learn to tune out people or requests, or do you try to take requests?
I try to take requests as much as I can, but here's the thing with me with requests. The request has to make sense,
Hmm.
right? So if I got my crowd in a certain bag, you know what I mean? If I got them on a certain vibe, say I'm just going to say, I don't know, Jay Dilla. I'm just throwing him out there, right? The crowd's rocking, everyone's in his vibe, and then you come up to me and you ask me to
Laffy
play
Taffy.
Laffy Taffy. There you go.
Or Bad Bunny.
or
Bad Bunny.
or Bad Bunny. Well, yeah, let's go Sexy Red. Let's
Oh,
go there. You asked me to play Sexy Red in the
oh.
middle of me having my audience. They vibing to Jay Dilla is type music.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy. Like no, or at least I'll even say this much. At least not right away. Right. Let me work out of this vibe first,
But
and
what happens
then
if they come back to you and be like, "Well, there's not enough people on the dance floor," or "Look, this and this and this." Like they'll start like really heckling you, you
right,
know?
right. I've had that too. I've I've
Yeah.
I've had I've had everything from the person saying that, "Oh, it's my birthday,"
Oh
to
yeah.
we're getting ready to leave. Uh I even had someone stand right there next to me and wouldn't move until I played the record.
Oh yeah, I've had that too. Yeah.
I guess it's one of those things that kind of comes with the territory.
Mhm.
And like you just said, you kind of got to develop a thick skin. You don't want to be mean to people. You don't want to be rude to people. But the one thing that I really hate is when a person shoves a phone in my face and says,
Mhm.
"Play this song." That's like the ultimate. That thing it just kind of gets gets
Oh,
under
yeah,
my
and they
skin
keep
somewhat.
sending it to you. They keep showing it to you.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right,
yeah. Yeah.
right.
I don't know. It's so true. How you doing, Orm 20? We have a few more people that came in the building. BK all day. Good to see you. We got Tucky Boy. Who else we got? I think there's a few others that came in as well.
I see J Ski
Oh,
007 in
Jayski,
the room.
yes. Yeah, Jayski had a great comment.
Yeah,
Let's see here. It says one of some of the best music is music you didn't know you wanted to hear. Real DJs know how to read the room.
absolutely,
Yeah, and I
absolutely.
definitely agree. Orm
And
20. Yeah.
and I feel that way about you. Like I said, I've seen a few of your sets as well. I feel like you have that same type of that same skill set as well. Reading the crowd, I believe is such a it's so important to be able
Mhm.
to do that because a lot of times when we go out there and we're playing out, sometimes we may not know what to play. You know what I mean? A lot of times, like for me, instance, for instance, when I start, I never know what I'm going to start with. I have no idea what I'm going to
Oh,
do.
really?
Yeah, but
Wow.
I look out into my crowd and I go, okay. I've been privy to play for a lot of mixed audiences. So
Mhm.
I've very seldom ever played for like an all black crowd or an all white crowd. It's like just mixed audiences. So with that being said, that kind of helped me develop the ability to be able to read my crowd, right? Sometimes you read your crowd to almost a stereotypical point. I mean, for instance, like white crowd. Hmm, maybe I should hit them with some 90s pop, right? They might like hardcore hip hop as far as I know, but I'm going to
Yeah, you
start,
yeah.
right?
You'd
You
be
know, I'm going to start
surprised. Some of the
here,
stuff you yeah,
right?
corporate white people, you think, "Oh, yeah, they're not gonna be into hip hop," or they're not
Right,
and then they're
right,
asking you for, like, out here, Drake, Salt and Pepper, like, you're like, "What?" Like, you're scratching the record in your head because when you physically look at someone, you're like, "Yeah, they're definitely not gonna be vibing
right,
this, so I'm not
right,
even gonna play it," and then
right,
they start coming up to you asking you for it, right?
right.
Um, it's funny you said that. I did a wedding with, this white guy. He ran a DJ company, and he's like, "Wanna see" he's like, "Honey Flow, wanna see what's catnip for white people?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, I'm mixed, I'm half white, I kind of know." He's like, "No, no, no, you don't know this song. I'm gonna play it. This is such catnip." And I'm just saying his words, guys, so don't
Mhm.
get mad at me. But he's like, "This is catnip for white people," and he slipped on Journey, and it was hilarious because you saw the white people be like, "Yeah, we
Yes,
love you," and
yes,
they're all like
yes.
putting their hands in the air, but we just started laughing because he kept
Mhm.
saying that to me all night. I'm like, "Would you be quiet? Like, you're gonna
Right.
get us in trouble, you know?" And then we did an Indian wedding together, and then he's like, "Oh, yeah, look at the groom looks like Aladdin. Look at his pointy shoes," and he was saying it so loud. I'm half Indian too. I'm like, "Can you be quiet? Like,
Oh my god,
bride
that's
and groom are
crazy.
gonna hear us. Can you
Right,
stop?" But
right.
we kinda do that out here, like, it's not, I don't know how I know you gotta be a bit careful country to country,
Mhm,
but in Canada, it's like we really talk about culture, each of our
mhm,
cultures, right? If you're
mhm,
Black, like West Indian, East Indian,
mhm.
whatever you are here, it's, like, very celebrated.
Right.
So, it's like, it doesn't matter what nationality you are here, people are gonna know if you look at a white guy, he's gonna know what culture is. You have to in Toronto, like, you just have
Oh,
to,
wow,
right?
okay,
So
okay.
it so we talk a lot because 'cause we're constantly as DJs, you're getting pushed to do Punjabi events, like
Mhm,
Afghani, Persian,
mhm.
Indian, Greek, like, so out of the box, right?
Right.
So, anyways, so yeah, hopefully no one takes any offense, but
That's a great story.
that's what he said. I didn't say it,
Right.
you know?
That's a great story, though.
But it was funny because they were all getting up. Do you
Right.
have people ever underestimate you? So when they look at you, like out here, it's like that too. It's like someone like me walking into a Jamaican event, they're like, "What do
Mhm.
you know? What do you know, Honey Flo, about Jamaican music? You don't know anything," you
Right,
know? And but it's fun when you're able to play that music and then they're shocked. They're like, "Oh,
right,
wow, you actually do know. Okay, cool," you
right.
know? So do you ever have anyone underestimate you
Oh
doing
yeah,
music?
all the
You
time.
listen? Yeah?
I'm a kid from Philly,
Mhm.
right? Wear the Philly caps, got the hoodies on, you know, if it's cold. I dress hip hop, you know, I dress like I could be in a rap group or whatever. So when I step into a room, that's what they're looking at. They're looking at that. So again, let's go back to white people. White people are very surprised when I play stuff like Bon Jovi and Journey
Mhm.
and you know, things of that nature. Aha, Take on Me. You know, those are the basics, right? So if I get real deep on them, they're like, what? They look at me like, what? How does he know these songs?
Yeah.
Like, hey man, you know, thanks to my music appreciation teacher for exposing me to stuff like that. You know what I
For
mean?
sure, but
So
you come from Philly, so I feel like Philly's a lot like Toronto too. Like I've
Mhm,
heard a lot of Philly DJs and
mhm,
DJs in New York and stuff. I feel like they're it's almost like similar to UK and Canada. Like you guys
mhm.
have a very diverse,
Yeah,
broad spectrum of different
mhm,
cultures and
mhm.
knowledge on music, right? I don't
Right.
DC, I know they have what the go-go and
Go.
like
Right.
yeah, and different types of music there, but and it's diverse in DC too, but
Mhm.
I feel like Philly is special for different cultures of music. I don't know. I could
Yeah,
be wrong.
Philly is interesting musically. I mean, but you hit the nail on the head. I mean, culturally, the music in Philadelphia, um, DJ wise, the
Mhm.
man, you liable to get any DJ at any given time. Like you mentioned, he's in the room right now. Jay Ski is one of those guys. He'll play anything,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
and and it's almost like you can close your eyes and you can tell, you know, when a Philly DJ is playing, because Philly DJs just have this thing about mashing all kinds of genres together. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
love that.
And that flow. It's just one of those things. I guess it's just one of those things that we do. Another DJ friend of mine, Raise the Crowd, says to me all the time, "Say, yep, you got that Philly DNA." That's what he says to me. All he said, "Got that Philly DJ DNA." And you know, it's just one of those things.
Do you like do you feel like there was more opportunities cuz I'm assuming you lived in DC longer than Philly?
Mhm.
Is that correct or
Yeah.
the same? Okay, so you compare them both, do you feel DC presented more opportunities, or do you think Philly would have if you stayed there? Like
I think I think Philly. If I would have stayed in Philly for an extended period of time, I think I would have gotten the opportunities, um, like out here in DC. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Because I'm a military kid too, so I traveled all over with my dad, all over the
Oh,
world with my
nice.
dad.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
so Philadelphia is where I was born. I went to school there for an extended period of time, but a lot of times me and my sisters, we were traveling around with dad all the time. You know,
Mhm.
um, but we spent all of our summers were spent in Philadelphia. Every summer growing up, Philadelphia.
So what places did you go to then if your dad was in the military? Weren't you in the military, you said?
No, I
Or
wasn't.
oh, I thought you were.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They
What
tried.
place Oh, they tried?
They
Yeah.
tried.
You'd be clean shaven, then you wouldn't look like Joe anymore if you were, and the
Maybe,
room said he looked like Joe. I don't know, what do
maybe.
you guys think? Do you guys think he looks like Joe? I've zoomed in on him. Let me know.
That's
I
funny.
think if you were still in Philly, I feel like you would, like, be touring with, like you'd be doing the Roots picnic, you'd be
Mhm.
touring with, like, Musique or some one of those Philly artists. I feel like you would
Probably. It's
definitely be
possible,
jumping on with
probably.
them. Oh, no, that would definitely happen. You have,
Yeah.
like, that sound about you.
Mm.
So, speaking of that, actually, what's the story behind your DJ name, E-Boogie, as well?
DJ E Boogie came from well, E is the initial of my first name, and Boogie is because I always like to dance. So
Oh,
there's that.
so you're a dancer too. So
I've been known to dabble a little bit.
so you just do everything. How come I'm just learning this? So
I
you
don't know
guys,
about everything, but
he
try.
dances, he raps, he sings, apparently like Joe, which we're might gonna warm him up later to see if he
I didn't
might.
say like Joe. I said people compared
They
me.
said that. They said in the chat room, you sound like Joe. What else? What else does he do? I don't know. Do you do renovations? Do you do that?
Um,
I don't know.
no, no, I do taxes. No, I don't do.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see. What? Okay, am I missing something here? Real Charlemagne says he sings very well. He is the fifth member of 112. I know, I was wondering, I was like, shoot, what happens if he's part of like this big group and I had no hot clue? So
I wish. I wish.
I don't know, because sometimes that's happened to me before. You're talking to
Mhm.
people and you don't even they're like, "Honey Flo, you don't know who I am?" Like, "Really? Like, you really don't know who I am?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't know these things." How you doing? How you doing, DJ? It's good being oblivious. How you doing, DJ Guzzle? Good having you on my show,
Guzzle,
in the
my
next couple
man.
weeks as well.
Yeah.
Oh, real Charlemagne. So you've sang on your show then, because they've all heard you, right?
Yeah, I've sing a little bit on my show sometimes. If the mood strikes, I'll sing.
Oh, Lil Unique. They're all confident in you. Lil Unique, real Charlemagne says, yeah, he could hold a note. Lil Unique says he can carry a tune. Um, yeah, so they're definitely fans of your singing.
They're
Um,
trying. I see what they're trying to do. I see what they're trying to do.
you should
I,
show up sometime if you're doing an R&B special and singing. We got BK all day as well in the building. Says the same thing. You know, you should show up in leather pants and a leather vest and the black shades like Joe. Oh, he can dance too. How come I'm not seeing any of this stuff? How come I'm just learning
oh
this?
my goodness.
Island Girl, you got a serious
Hey,
fan club in your
hey,
chat room. Wow. You got some
hey.
serious fans, eh? Yeah. You got a lot of fans. I don't know. Um, the ladies are probably going to want to know other questions later we may ask you, but I'm still warming you up, so I don't want to scare
Okay.
you right away. We're going to
Okay.
ask you later.
All right.
But it's for the ladies, you know. Don't worry, ladies. I got you. I got you. Um, so, okay, so yeah, you've done quite a bit. So just I mentioned earlier, you guys, that he was the recipient of the Urban Independent Music Awards, DJ of the Year. How did that feel when you were a recipient there for the Urban Independent Music Award, too?
That was a surprise.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't expect that at all. I mean, I knew I was nominated. Um, but the thing about award show, and it was one of those things where people had to vote for you, like the whole
Mhm.
voting thing. And when I found out I was nominated and people were voting and this and the third, I didn't really think too much of it personally. But when I won the award, I was just kind of like, I was shocked.
Mhm.
I was shocked because um that stuff is cool, but it's not something that I personally look forward to personally. You know what I mean? It's good to kind of say, yeah, I won this award for this, that, and the third, but it's not something that I fish for whenever I'm out here doing what I'm doing. If
Mhm.
it happens. And, I just take it all in stride, But I was shocked when it happened.
Mhm. I don't know what to believe with all this chat room,
What?
writing all this stuff.
What are they
They're
saying?
saying they're saying you're touring with Keith Sweat. He's Keith Sweat's brother.
None
Like,
of that's true. Don't listen.
I don't
I'm
know
not
what to
touring with
believe,
Keith
what not
Sweat.
to believe. Oh,
I'm
okay.
not touring with Keith Sweat. I'm touring with Priest the Nomad. That's who I'm touring with right
Yes. So I was gonna ask you about that, because so for all you guys that don't know, he's touring DJ for DC, hip hop legendary, Priest and Nomad. Oh my gosh, I was checking out like all his music
now.
a couple nights ago. I was like, whew, I mean, that guy is fire. And
Yeah,
I feel like
he's a
he's
monster.
just you guys are like the perfect fit together. Hearing
Yeah,
you, hearing your sound, what you play on your shows, and just who you are, I feel like you guys are a perfect duo to tour together. How did
yeah.
that happen?
Oh man, it was an honor because I've known Priest for a while. When I've ran into Priest when I first moved to the DC area.
Hmm.
This was a long time ago. He was with a collective of MCs called the Freestyle Fellowship. And I mean, these guys were just monsters. And this was around the time where hip hop was just starting to bubble in DC because DC is a heavily go-go town, right? So
Hmm.
anybody doing hip hop was looked at, and he has a documentary out called "I Was the Weirdo."
Oh, wow. I
Yes,
definitely want to. I'll check that out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what they looked at. They looked at us as weirdos. Like, DC has this term called Bama. They call everyone Bamas who are doing something that isn't favorable. So, oh, you doing that Bama hip hop stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So this is around the time when I met him. So knowing him all of this time, he, started doing a series of things. So it was about 2 years ago, like right a little after COVID, he wanted to get back out and do music again because he's a recording engineer. He went to school for all that. He does all that stuff. So when he stepped back out into the limelight to do music again, he gave me a call and asked me if I was interested in being his DJ.
So
And I
then,
was
so
bad.
so you jumped on. So then you're doing that. Would you be doing that full time then?
Yes.
I guess if you're touring, how
Yeah.
long would the tour be and where would it go? Where is it just throughout North America? Is it around the world?
Well, so far it's just been in the regional area so far in
I
DC
feel
so
like
far.
that guy should blow up, like
Oh,
really, really blow up. He's
it's going to
very
happen.
talented. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's pretty
crazy
dope.
talented, you guys. Like, if you guys are digging, and again, hopefully, I mean, I think that's a compliment. Like that Jay Dilla vibe, Slum Village, like all those kind of guys. Like when I was listening
Mhm,
to his stuff, I'm like, wow, like this
mhm,
guy just fits in. Like this, I think if he went to different states, yeah, like Philly and just different places,
yeah.
I think it would definitely blow up. I'm surprised um, DC kind of received it that way, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
and it's just
surprised
it's
by
just
that.
one of those things, and I think every artist in every city kind of goes through that. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
kind of got to go outside of your city, make it out there, and then come back in. You know what I mean?
Why do you think it's like that? Because I feel like that's a global thing. I really feel like that's how it is in Toronto. Like,
Mhm.
if you could make it here, you could pretty much make it anywhere. Because
Mhm.
anyone that's been on Twitch that has seen the Canadian DJs, like, they're the creme, like,
Mhm.
of the creme, like Scratch Bastard and,
Mhm.
starting from scratch and, like, all these, like, guys that are so Night Riders, an amazing DJ, like, so many Canadian DJs, right?
Mhm.
So, it's like anything I feel below that, it's like,
Mhm.
you gotta make sure because a lot of the DJs out here are like that top, that
Mhm.
caliber, right?
Mhm.
But they've also put in the work. But
Right.
many people have had to leave that have had a bigger dream for someone to recognize them because their own city doesn't even support them. Why do you think
Right.
that is? And I hear it from state and country to country, you
I
know?
think it has a lot to do with the fact that people kind of look at you in your prospective city as accessible, right? So like just imagine, oh, they see E-Boogie all the time. Oh, E-Boogie's, he's around here all the time. Da, 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 da. It's no big deal, you know. Oh, he just happens to be a DJ. I could be out doing whatever it is that I'm doing. It's no big deal because they see me all the time. But if I'm out going to, across North America and touring overseas and they're seeing me on TV and da 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 da. Now all of a sudden I'm a big deal,
Mhm.
because they see that. And then when you come back to the city, then you get a bunch of people. Oh man, E-Boogie, oh man, I knew you would make it, man. Every time I see you, like, thinking to myself, you knew I would make it. You never expressed that to me when you saw me before. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. I don't
it's
get
just
that.
it's one of those things. I mean, I think that's all it is. I think it just has a lot to do with the person themselves being too accessible.
Mhm.
They're
Yeah,
always around. that sort
That's
of
an
thing.
interesting perspective. What
Mhm,
do you guys think? What is, if anyone has any opinions on that, what do you guys think? Because I know most people don't even get looked at until they leave, become successful. I mean, Deborah Cox out here shares that story,
mhm,
shared that story
mhm,
at the Junos, which was extra special to me because she
mhm,
said she just had to leave by herself. Like, no, you know, and plus R&B and hip hop wasn't big or supported out here, especially Black music wasn't supported out here in Canada,
mhm,
you know, and it's still a push. It's becoming popular now, but
mhm.
I mean, 20, 30 years ago, you wouldn't hear that being played or supported, right?
Right.
So she had to leave, and so many other people had to cross over. Justin Bieber, Drake, and all the newer people you see
Mhm.
now had to. The Weekend, like everyone had to party next door. So many of them had to, you know, kind of find their way.
Absolutely.
Hey, I think we just got a raid in. I think we got a raid. It's not coming up on my stream elements, but I see this, or I see a message coming up. So thank you for the raid. I'm not sure why it's not coming up here, but
Right.
it looked like we got DJ Raz the crowd
Raise
and
the
his
crowd, my
party.
brother.
Raise the crowd.
Raise,
So make sure you
raise.
guys are
What's
adding, adding him, DJ Raise the crowd as well. Thank you for the raid. Much love to you. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys are adding them. How was your stream? Let us know how your show was as well. And appreciate you. Thanks for coming through and your whole tribe. I go by DJ Honeyflow. We chop it up every Wednesday. And, you know, and of course, we got DJ Boogie in the building from DC. So make sure you guys are adding him because he is honestly an amazing DJ. And you better add him now because
up?
before he gets too popular and out there, you know, you got to make sure you
Stop
add him
it.
now and
Stop
support
it.
now.
Stop
But it's
it.
definitely going to happen. It would be so, I would love to see that. Like, I could definitely see you touring, like just being strictly a tour arena
Mm,
DJ, you know,
mm,
being in different arenas. Um, what would be kind of like your dream? Because you've done a lot with DJing, your mixtapes, winning
mhm.
and getting nominated for several awards, you know, touring nationally. Would there be anything on your bucket list or a dream that you would have, even if it's like crazy outside the box for DJing? What would that look like to you?
I would love to DJ a big arena, just
Yeah.
thousands of people, like a sea of people. I've always had this dream of um being in a setting like that and taking that picture, you know, of me like this and the crowd behind me, that sort of thing. I've always had that had a dream of that happening. You know, if it was
Mhm.
just one time, I would just be so I could pass away right then and there. I'm like
Yeah.
dream fulfilled. You know what I mean? So, yeah, something like that. Doing big arenas. You know,
I
and
think
then
that's very achievable for
yeah,
you. Just keep doing it or keep
mhm,
dreaming, keep
mhm.
visualizing it. We got Big Stove in the building, Tweety
Big
Yellow. Ooh,
stove.
I like your user ID. It's cute. Tweety Yellow. I like your user ID. Let's see. DJ Raz the Crowd. Thank you again for the raid. Make sure everyone in the room is adding DJ Raz the Crowd.
It's
Um,
raised,
oh,
raised the
Raise. DJ
crowd.
Raise the Crowd. Sorry about that. I literally look at words like
Right.
literal. I'm like DJ
Right.
bed.
Right.
Okay,
I
crabs.
do the same thing.
I always do it. DJ
I
Raise
am
the
the
Crowd.
I
Put
am
an
the
eye. Put
infamous
an eye in the name
infamous
for
scream
Honeyflow.
name butcherer.
Oh, I'm horrible at it.
I'm
Big
terrible.
Stove, good to see you. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else that I missed here. Thanks for coming through, you guys, as well. So feel free. Make sure you guys are adding for sure DJ Boogie, and feel free to add myself as well. These are my talk shows every Wednesdays as well. Boogie kills names. Yeah, I kill names all the time.
I
Uh,
murdered him.
let's see. There was a comment I was looking up here that someone said that I liked. Oh, what is it? Real Charlemagne says, everyone loves you until you do better. Ooh, everyone loves you until you do better than them. So it's a crabs in the barrel mentality.
It is.
Wow.
It
That was
is.
actually that was pretty deep. Yeah. What do you think of what do you think of that comment? Do you agree, disagree?
Real Charlemagne, I couldn't agree more. And real
Yeah.
Charlemagne, as a matter of fact, I love bigging up people and giving them their flowers, right? Real
Mhm.
Charlemagne is a very well accomplished producer.
Mhm.
He's produced for some big name acts, so in the industry. So he would definitely know. Um, yeah, that crabs in the barrel mentality. They love you until you do better than them. And it's
100%. Or
it's just
maybe
one of
could
those.
be a lot of frenemies in this
Oh
business
yeah,
too, right? Or a lot
definitely,
of
definitely.
opportunists, like people
Right.
that befriend you or say, "Oh yeah," like they give you the clapping,
Oh yeah,
but they're
definitely.
not they're there maybe for your connections are there. I've had DJs, I've helped so much on
Hmm.
radio. I mean, I could
Hmm.
tell you stories and I'm sure you got stories and
Hmm.
like people totally sideswiping you for a gig, for money, for a job. Like you would basically pitch the idea. You would be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to this
Yeah.
manager. I'm gonna do,"
Yes.
and you got them a radio show, you got them turntables, like
Hmm.
you big them up so much. And oh man, that thing hurts. Like,
It does.
I don't know,
It
especially
does.
from women, for me too, because I'm such a large supporter. Like, I really am of women
Mhm.
in this industry and always pushing so hard for and trying to cheerlead for other women, but like it's just not something that you expect, right? And
Right.
I've had different women like steal gigs and shows. I'm like, "Oh, I can't
I've
believe that
had it.
just
I've had it
happened."
too. I've
That
had it too.
hurts, man.
It does.
So what do you so if you've had that happen, it's like what do you do? Um yeah, if you've had that happen, what do you do to just keep pushing? And even though you see ideas stolen or taken from you, what do you do to just keep like being you in this industry and keep pushing forward?
Man, you when something like that happens, you react to it initially, of course. You know what I mean? Um, but you just kind of sit back and put it all into perspective, and you just kind of shorten the crowd of people that you hang with. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You just at least that's what I do. I just like, okay, well, I know that I can't really rock with this person like that anymore because I know what they're about. And I can
Mm.
be the most cordial person in the world. I'll say hello. If you say hello to me, I'll say hello to you back. You know what I mean? I'm not a real malicious type of person until I'm pushed to that point. But
Mhm.
um I've always been my parents have always told me to always be humble, be courteous to people no matter what. You know what I mean? Be mindful of what they do, of course, but always be courteous because I've always been a big fan of never blocking my blessings.
Yeah,
So
100%.
yeah,
And you also
don't
don't
block
wanna
your blessings.
become too jaded or too non-trusting, but
Right.
then you also I'm also looking at it that, if people sideswipe or steal your ideas, then it's not only a good idea, but they can't replicate you. It's like
Right.
all of us have unique, like, fingerprints. Not
Mhm,
one person on the planet has your
mhm.
fingerprint out of
That's
7
true.
billion people on the planet. So
Mhm,
people may sideswipe or emulate or do some things that you have pitched or you want to do or you get
mhm,
excited for, but they're not you. They're not,
mhm.
God's created like each of us so uniquely, I believe that
Right.
no one can take that from you. So I'm kind of looking at it that way, but
That's true.
it is surprising though. And I mean, coming in like from a big city, a lot of my friends are like, no, you shouldn't trust. You shouldn't, they're very
Mhm.
guarded, right? I
Right.
come from a small city. I don't want to become guarded, but I
Right.
feel like in this industry, sometimes you have to, or sometimes you have to work on your ideas alone, right? Do you
Yeah,
feel that?
I do. I do. It's just one of those things where again we talked about reading people and reading our crowds and reading the people that we're around. Everything that's done in the dark will come to light eventually, right?
Hmm.
So you just got to kind of, for me, I just keep it moving. Like, okay, that was my idea. They took it. They did this, and that, and the third. It hurt that they did it. Why would they do it? I guess I look at it like, why would they do that to me? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Me of all people, me. But then you got to sit back and go like, well, why not you? It happens to
Hmm.
everybody else. You know what I mean? So I just sort of take the lesson from it and move on from there.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you think of this industry, because I know you've seen a lot. I've seen a lot, and I haven't been on the like massive stages, I'm sure like you have, but I've seen a lot. So what do you think over the years, like just from when you started till now, and how the industry is and how entertainment is? Like, do you think there's a lot more positives? Do you think there's actually more negatives? Like, how do you feel about how things have kind of changed in entertainment?
Um, I think that one of the biggest changes in entertainment right now is that everything is so easily accessible now. You know what I mean? Um, and let's just keep it music related. Music is so easily accessible now. You can get anything anywhere at any time. When I'm about to sound old now. Back in my day, back in the old days, you had to go out and really search for the music. You had to go out and search for it. Now it's easy. It's easy to get music right now. The inter and that entertainment wise, whether you're a singer, songwriter, rapper, DJ, whatever, it's easy. The entertainment medium is easy to tap into, as far as it's easy to get access to. You know, um, there's pros and cons to that. I think the cons is the fact that it's easy to get to. Uh, yeah, the cons is easy to get to. The pro is that it's easy to get to, and it's easy to put you out in front of people.
Mhm.
So it's like a double-edged sword, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. So what do you really think about the sync button? Because I know you come from, like, the Radio Shack, like, you're carrying your crates, guys. Like, you're not just, you know, taking out
uh,
music from Serato.
let's
Like,
see.
what do you really think?
I
Let
actually
me
have a
know.
sync button on this mixer right here. I
Let
think I
me
do.
know.
I've never. I don't touch the stuff.
Mhm.
I don't touch the stuff. Um, but anyone who does, I mean, more power to them. You know what I mean? I don't use it for the simple fact, I'm an analog kid living in a digital world. So
Mhm.
I use some of the digital tricks, some of the digital tools, because it's there, like the cue pads and stuff like that. But I don't get deep into it, like using a slicer, and I that stuff sits on my it just takes up real estate on my equipment. I don't use it. I mean, but I feel like to each their own.
Yeah, for
If you
sure.
use it, if you use it, you use it. If not, plus, quoting a my DJ hero, Jazzy Jeff, who's want to know?
Mhm.
Who's want to know if you use it?
Jazzy Jeff is really cool about it,
Hmm.
surprisingly. I
Yeah,
remember
he
when
is.
I was
Surprisingly.
asking him a million questions when I met him in my 20s.
Hmm.
There's definitely an interesting story I'll probably tell you off record, not
Right,
online.
right.
Uh, Definitely an interesting story with Jazzy Jeff. But
Hmm.
anyways, I was drilling him with questions and I said, "What do you think?" Because that's when CDJs were coming out, right? And he
Hmm.
was like the pioneer of DJing.
Hmm.
So he's like, "You know what?" He's like, "I don't know why DJs get so hung up on," because that's when the vinyl DJs were hating on the
Hmm.
CDJ
Hmm.
and those
I
were the
was one of
CDs
them.
guys,
I was
DJs
I was one of
saying,
those
"You're
guys.
not a DJ, you're using a
Right.
controller. You're not a
I
DJ,
was
you're
one
using
of those
CDs."
guys.
Oh,
That
okay.
was me.
And
That was
he's
one
like,
of those
"Why
guys.
not?" He's like, "Listen," he's like, "The older DJs like myself gotta get out of that mentality because
Hmm.
yeah, technology is evolving and it's changing." And he's like, "Do I wanna carry heavy vinyls and all my equipment? No. If I have a lighter controller, I'm gonna rock that lighter controller."
Absolutely.
He's like, "Guess what? No one cares. No one cares." And it actually is true because there was one gig I brought the SB3. I was afraid to bring it because I'm
Hmm.
like, "Oh, this looks like a little toy. I don't wanna bring this to a gig. Are you kidding
Hmm.
me?"
Hmm.
Because I usually bring like a larger, at least a large controller, right?
Right.
And DJs have said, "Look, Honey Flow, no one cares what equipment you have. Just rock the crowd or play the right music. That's all they care about. They could care less, what equipment you have." So I figured, my back kind of hurts. Let me bring just the SB3. And
Right.
it's true. No one was looking, no one cared. And I said to DJ, "You actually use that for a wedding? Are you kidding me?" But
Right.
and it's a small controller, guys. It's
Hmm.
like a little, I don't know, a controller you could probably bring on an airplane with, right? It's
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
But Jazzy Jeff said that to me 20 years ago, and he was kind of right, you know?
Yeah.
So,
It really doesn't matter, as
mhm.
long as you can rock that crowd and you keep that music flowing, keep the music flowing. That's what crowds are interested in.
Yeah,
All
that's
the other
true.
stuff, what type of gear you're using, no one cares. Oh man, he's using that new whatever, no one cares. No one gives a damn about that.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, DJ, how you doing? Grits and butter. We got
And
DJ Ed
butter.
Lova in the building.
Hey.
DJ Ed Lova. Maybe you 2 could get together. You could sing Joe songs, and you got DJ Ed Lova, you know? Smooth like butter. Undercover. I shouldn't say undercover. See, I can, if I can rhyme and freestyle a few words, you can. I'm gonna get you doing that in
Oh
this
my
show.
God.
Either freestyling, I know they're pretty whack though, but those are a few words I could rhyme that I could think of. DJ Ed Lava, smooth like
That's
butter.
funny.
That could
That
be
is funny.
undercover. I shouldn't say undercover, sorry. DJ J Ski says, "Listen, I'm nerdy. I'm from Canada, guys, so don't blame me on my rhymes." DJ DJ Ski says, "Bottom line is it's about the music and how do you get the vibe going. The
That's
worst
right.
thing I hate is when other DJs come to the party and stand there and watch the DJ. Oh, I hate that. They do
Yeah,
that
I can't
all the
stand it either.
time. They're
Right.
like live lurkers, like on
Right.
your
Right.
shoulder, you know,
Right.
watching you.
Right.
And I feel like it's even worse for a woman, you know, because they're not only asking you about DJ software, they're asking if you're single, if you have kids, if you're this, if you're that. Like right when you're doing your gig, like that's creepy. Don't do that to a female DJ.
Right.
I'm sure you
Absolutely.
don't get that. You probably don't get that.
Not that, but I get the DJs who come up and they're nerdy about it. Oh man, you using that equipment? Have you ever tried this? Have you ever used that? I get that. I get that all day. Oh, you got the Rain One. Oh yeah. Have you ever played on? I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of a set. Like, go with your
Yeah, that's
friends. Go have
annoying.
a drink. I get
But
that
you
all the
might
time.
get that on the Honey Flow show. We might ask you some IL2 questions later. You may get that from me later. The ladies wanna know. You told me I could ask you anything, so
You
I
can
may
ask me.
ask you.
Okay.
How you doing, DJ Eden? Another amazing DJ as well.
My
Oh,
guy
he
Eaton.
loves when DJs watch. Yeah, because DJ Eden is another like grandmaster on the turntables. Of course, he loves people watching him. Have you seen his wordplay? Have you
Yes,
seen
I've
this
seen it.
guy's wordplay? He's amazing.
Eaton is a monster. We're on this Ray
He's a
train together.
monster.
We're on this Ray train together every week called Your Version Doesn't Sound Like This. And he's
But has
nasty.
anyone Googled DJ Eden's hands? They're like the size of us. They're huge.
Nasty.
Have you not seen his hands on the turntables? I'm like, how big is this guy? Is this guy like
He's
Shaq, like
amazing.
8
Eaton,
feet?
Eaton is amazing. He's from Philly
So
too.
I
I don't know if
always
you know that.
laugh. I always laugh because his hands always are like massive, you know? Like
Mhm.
that's all I see is his hands moving. I'm like, is this guy Shaquille O'Neal? Like, is he like 10 feet? Is he Goliath? Or like little David? Like, so
That's funny.
but have you not noticed that when you watch DJ Eden? I noticed that's the first thing
Yeah.
I notice. Oh, it's a camera trick.
It's a
It's a
camera.
camera trick. It's all perspective. I don't know, DJ Eden. Like, you look like a giant on. But then again, I thought you were a giant, DJ EBOOGIE,
That's
and
funny. I'd still laugh
I
about that,
thought
by
you
the
were
way.
like 6 feet. So that's why I was so shocked. I'm like, what magical tricks are you guys using? Because I need that.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Oh, man. Yeah. So I wasn't dissing any height because I'm small.
I
I'm
know.
only
I
5.
know.
I'm
I
only
know.
5'2", so I'm not dissing any height or anything. I was just surprised because you look like 6 feet on camera. So I was
Oh man.
surprised. I was like, okay, I
Interesting.
need to talk to you about your green screen. But anyways, so you also played for nationwide crowds as part of the Latin hip hop powerhouse group, Christopolis. Is that how you say
Yes.
the name?
That's it.
Christopolis?
That's it. Yeah.
So how did that come about doing, like getting involved with that group too and rocking with them?
Christopoulos is a that's my brother from another. He's
Mhm.
such an amazing individual. We met each other. We were working at Tower Records together, and he went by the. I'm not going to tell you his real name, but he went by another name. He legally changed his name to Christopoulos. So he
Mhm.
he came to me one day. He said, "Hey, you know, I'm an MC and I rap and da 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 da." Right now, I don't know why he felt the need to tell me this because I wasn't really showing any signs of that I was in music or whatever. But he started talking. We started building. I said, "Okay, that's what's up." So
Mhm.
it just came out that yeah, well, you know, I DJ and I do this and that. There, he's okay, cool. So we just kind of got together, and it started out as small things at first, and then he wound up getting in touch with this another good friend of ours who I consider my brother as well. His name is Enrique. Enrique became Christopolis's manager.
Oh.
So Enrique was like, okay, you need a live DJ. If you're gonna do this, you need a live DJ. So then he
Mhm.
in turn got me. So I was like, okay, cool. So Enrique wound up managing myself in Christopolis. The very first gig that Enrique got us was this big, gigantic, and I'm not even exaggerating. I don't even know how he even got this, but we
Mhm.
started doing the import car show circuit.
Oh, sweet. That's nice.
So the first gig that we ever got was out in Richmond, Virginia at the import car show. Now we
Mhm.
walked into this room and we see this huge stage, and I'm talking fog lights, fog machines, laser lights, the whole nine. We're looking at this. I'm looking at Enrique like, how in the hell did you get this?
Mhm.
Right. So we did this show, big crowd. All of a sudden, we wound up touring with the import card show. We toured with them, and then we wound up doing other things in Atlanta, a few other places, LA, Miami. We
Mhm.
just started just touring all over the place outside of the car show. So that's how I wound up becoming his tour DJ and just touring nationwide with Christopoulos
Mhm.
and as well as the college circuit. So that's how it all came about.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Was there any gig that you did where you were actually nervous or you're like, "Oh, man," like,
Yeah,
like getting on stage or how you felt?
yes, every last one of them.
Really? So every single one of them?
I get nervous before big shows every time. It never fails. I've been doing it for so long. I still get nervous, but
Mhm.
that nervousness is fuel for me to get out there and do the best job I possibly can. Because once I'm out on that stage, it's go time now.
Mhm.
You got to do it. So
Wow.
every single
Um, and it's kind of would it be an element like fake it till you make it? So don't show people your nerves, but just go out there and do the best you can do?
yeah, so to speak.
Mhm.
I've been booed before.
Really? What okay, so tell us about that event too, because it's always good. No, but it's good to also hear people's I wouldn't say it's a failure, but I'm
Hmm.
always interested because we always promote and talk about our victories and
Hmm.
accomplishments and
Hmm.
accolades like in entertainment. We're always it's always like everything we've done grand and big, but
Hmm.
then I don't know if it really helps other people not hearing those other stories, right? Jay Online talked about getting booed,
Hmm.
being a white guy walking in a Jamaican party and getting totally booed. Now
Hmm.
this guy's number one
Right.
distributor of edits, reggae
Right.
edits in the entire world, guys. No one else is
Right.
doing it. Well, I'm sure they're doing it, but he's the number one distributor in the
Right.
world. Like and his knowledge on dance hall is amazing. So those stories I like to hear too because it
Hmm.
helps. right?
Mhm.
With other people getting their start and not feeling
Right.
like, oh man, I got to be like 80 years to catch up to you, right? So yeah, let us know. Tell us about the time that I guess that you mentioned you got booed then.
It was in South Carolina. We did the Black Bike Week. Me and Christopoulos did the Black Bike Week in South Carolina. We was at this club, I guess one of the biggest clubs in the area. Again, another job for Enrique. Like he was just amazing. Anyway, we get to this place and it's time for us to go on. This place is packed. It's time for us to go on. We go on, and right at the second song, everyone just got tired. Boo, boo, boo. They started booing us. So here I am. I'm on the top level, you know, DJing and stuff, and I'm looking at the crowd, and I'm just like, my face was just like, oh my God, they're booing us, they're booing us. But it was a song that we were doing that I had to come out and sing during this chorus. We're getting booed. Chris is rapping. We got our dancers. Whatever. Like we're just bombing completely. I come out from behind the turntables. I start singing the hook of this song, and then all of a sudden, the boos just kind of stopped, and everyone's looking, and they're like, "Oh shit! The DJ sings right." From that point on, the show went absolutely. It was thumbs up for the show at that point. After
Wow.
that moment.
Sounds like Apollo, you're at the Apollo Theater or something, because
It
they
was
will
it was
boo
it was a
you.
tough crowd. It was a tough crowd. I mean, a lot, real young crowd. Um, yeah, they were rowdy as it was. We're talking about South Carolina here during Black Bike Week. So here
Isn't
we are
that
walking.
wild, Bike
Yeah,
Beak?
yeah, it is. It
Yeah, I
is.
heard it's, like, pretty wild,
It's
Bike
pretty
Beak.
wild. And
Yeah.
this was back in
The '90s or
it's
2000s?
like the early 2000s. This is when I remember it because this is when Rough Riders was big, like DMX and Rough Riders. They were huge at that point. So of course, Black Bike Week, Rough Riders. Rough Riders were actually there, as a matter of fact. Not
Maybe
at
you
the
should just drop DMX then, the whole time,
could
just
have.
drop the
Right,
hype stuff, right?
right. I could have. But yeah,
Yeah.
we got booed. But
Wow.
luckily enough, we made it out of there. We finished the show. Luckily enough, we finished the show.
Was your heart racing? You're like, "Oh, man, we're getting booed right now, and
Yeah,
I'm just about to
yeah,
sing?"
right. I was like, yeah. The anxiety was just my anxiety was through the roof.
Aw, but people liked you. That's awesome. Which leads
Also,
me to my next segment because, I mean, he didn't get booed. He said he could sing, guys. How many of you guys wanna hear him just sing something? I gotta put you on the spot now. So, some ones in the chat if you wanna hear him sing, throw
oh
some ones
man,
in the chat.
I don't.
It's
You don't.
either
You
sing
don't
or
play fair.
freestyle. It's either freestyle battle me or sing, but I actually kinda want you to sing
You don't.
because
You don't play fair. You don't.
I
You're
have
not
been
playing
known to
fair.
freestyle. You know what I did? I think I did it to DJ Al, or I did it to someone. We're
Hmm.
using Chat GBT, so
Hmm.
we're messing with. I think it was Big Al. He's like, "Oh no, I haven't freestyled in a while," and I mean, I suck at freestyling or rapping,
Right.
right?
Right.
So another DJ was googling Chat GPT or whatever, and googling okay freestyle rhymes. So I
Right.
had like long paragraphs here of rhymes, like just battling Big L, like battling. So if me and you were gonna do a battle, I would have done that to you. It would have been funny. Like I would have just come up with stuff and you'd be like, Honey Flo, how in the world do you come up with all these words? Well, I was kind of technically cheating, but it was fun. It was so much fun, like just doing it, you know? Okay, so real Charlemagne says sing some Jodeci. Uh let's
Oh
see.
my God.
Lil
There, you
Unique,
guys.
you
You
gotta
guys
drop
really want.
it. Fiercely shining one says 111, you gotta sing. Tweety Yellow is throwing up some ones. Yeah, everyone's throwing, so I will put you on the spot because I feel like you could handle it. If there's anything you can sing, I mean, why
Oh
not?
my goodness.
Even if it's a few lines.
A few lines. Okay.
Don't worry, we won't magnify you.
Of course, see, and she magnifies me anyway. So she
Because I feel
magnifies
like I
me
could
anyway
barely see you under your hat. I'm wearing a hat because I'm wearing a baseball cap because of you.
because of me. Okay.
I decided to throw on a cap just for you so we
Oh,
could
that's
kind of
nice.
match. But if I knew you were wearing red, I should have tried matching. I got red right here.
What?
I don't know. I
Okay.
figured, well, you're a guy that wears baseball caps, so I'm going to throw on a cap too. So,
Okay. All right. So let's get this over with since we're here. All right. So I'll sing a little bit of Joe since everyone says that I look like Joe. All right. Okay. Baby, I wanna do all the things your man won't do. I'll do them for you. That's it. That's all I got. Keep going. Keep going.
oh my gosh. No one told me this guy can
Keep
sing.
going. Now
I
I'm not
can't
going to
believe
keep going.
this. I
I'm
can't
not going to
believe he
keep
can
going.
sing. This guy can sing, man. You can sing.
A little something.
Oh, keep going.
I have some work out there. I have some work out there, which
Oh my
I'm proud
gosh,
of.
you could actually really sing.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you.
I mean, I knew you could sing by what the chat were saying, but I didn't think you
Hmm.
could sing like that.
Hmm.
Jeez. Wow. Have you entered in any like singing or karaoke or any competitions or
Yeah,
anything?
I've been to some competitions. Been in a few showcases. There was one
Oh,
showcase that I did. And
little unique. I didn't know he could sing.
a friend of mine, he passed away from it, but his name is Jay Hatch.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Wow.
I did the showcase with him, and I actually wound up winning. And that showcase got me some meetings with a few labels and things of that nature. So that was kind of cool.
You know, it'd be really cool. I just had an idea. I know you're touring, right now, but if you're touring with like an R&B or just any type of group, or even Priest to Nomad, like just
Mhm,
doing something unique and outside the box. I always
mhm,
like watching DJs that play music but can sing, like Chanel
mhm.
B or Diva 929,
Right.
or there's so many women that like just break out in song. Also, they're DJing, they're singing, some of them
Mhm.
freestyle. I could totally see you doing because you really have a great voice. Like,
I've done something like that with Priest and of course Christopoulos as well. So
mhm.
um we'll do some things that will incorporate the whole singing aspect of what I do. So yeah, we've done that before.
Wow. Yeah, great. Amazing voice. What do you guys think? Drop it in the chat. He can sing. He could sing. Wow. Jeez. Um,
I am blushing now. That's
no,
crazy.
you really do have a great voice.
Thank
Wow.
you. I
And
appreciate it.
I hear a lot of artists. I definitely I mean, I wasn't expect I you have a great voice, definitely.
Thank you.
Um, we got DJ K Immaculate in the building, Kenya, Kick It, Here's the
Kenya.
Shining. Good to see all
Hey.
you guys. Big Stove. Um, yes, he was singing Big Stove. You missed it. I can't believe you're not part of a group or you're not like touring yourself singing. Like someone needs to hear your stuff. You should start singing and then like just post it on Instagram. Have you done that?
Mhm.
Oh,
I
you
have.
have? Okay,
I
I
have.
haven't
Yeah,
seen.
I
I don't
have.
think I saw that. I saw a lot of I saw flyers, but I
Right.
don't think I saw that. Maybe I didn't dig enough, long enough. Um,
I have some music out there. There's some music out there that
yeah,
I'm
you
proud
really
of.
have a great voice. Wow. Oh, real Charlemagne says, "Sing another."
Sing
Just
another one.
kidding.
Oh my God.
Well, because
Charlemagne, you
it
killing me.
was a little short. It was a little short. Uh, she's like another. Oh yeah, like another one. Like how Khaled says it.
Another one.
Another one. I can't do it like him. Um, let's see. DJ Raise the Crowd says, "Let's go, DJ Boogie."
You guys are too much, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
you really do have a good voice. Is there
Thank you.
anything else you want to sing? I don't know. Oh, she says, "Can we talk? Let's go." Okay,
Oh,
she's
can we
definitely.
talk?
I've
Can
overkilled
we
that. I love this
talk
song.
for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. There you go.
Aw, I love it.
Thank
Yay. You
you.
guys throw up
That's it.
throw
That's
up
it. No
something.
more.
Okay,
That's
that's
it.
it.
No
Yeah,
more.
we can't have we can't be pushing him too much, guys. I'm not paying him today, so but I mean, I wouldn't mind a singing drop. I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind a
Okay,
singing
you
drop
got
for
it.
my show.
You got it.
Mind you, I'm just a broke DJ. I could find some change in my couch, but that's about it. Do you ever have anyone like turn their nose up at you if you DJ full time and they're kind of like, "Oh, but what's your real job or what else do you do?" Like, have you ever gotten that? I get that a lot.
I
So I'm
have
just
that.
curious. Yeah?
Yeah, I do. Because and I get that because they don't understand the scope of what it
Mhm.
is. You know, when we because I guess I guess when you tell someone that I guess I kind of understand why people would turn their nose up at it. But at the same time, it's like, yes, I do this full time, but this is a I have a business that's attached to this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
So
So
true.
it's not that, oh, I DJ full time and you know that's it. You know, I do a whole lot of there's a lot of administrative stuff that goes into my business that
Mhm.
enables me to DJ to do this full time.
Mhm.
The monies that I get from the DJ and I funnel that back into the R&B stuff that I do or the
Mhm.
songwriting stuff that I do. So, you know, it's not just something that I'm doing. It's not a hobby. This is a full-time thing that I do on a daily basis that keeps the lights on, you know, keeps food in my mouth, clothes on my back. It's a real thing. You know what I mean? It
And
enables
not
me to
too many
travel.
people could do it. Not too many
Right.
people like, people look down and are just like, "Oh, but really, what's your real
Mhm.
job? Like, what do you do?" I was just curious if you get that. I
I do.
definitely get that, so that's why I'm like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't tell people what I
I
do."
do. I get it. Yeah, I get it
Because
all the time.
oh,
All
really? So I was wondering if you get can I well, okay, I know K Maculat's gonna be like, "Here we go, honey Flo." But I did ask if I can ask anything. I did ask him
yeah,
before our interview. I usually always do,
right.
not to scare or put anyone on the spot, but I do ask. And people say that I am nosy, so, but so we're gonna go a little in tile too. I'm just curious. I mean, curious for like people in the room that could be curious, right? But do you like have a family? Do you have like kids, a family?
Yes.
And the
Yes, I
reason why
have.
I ask that is because um, when you're doing it full time, like it's easier for a single person to do it full time. But if you have
Mhm,
all that, you're also balancing it out, and there's also a lot more pressure
mhm,
on not just keeping lights on for yourself, but for everyone. So how do you
mhm.
balance that out with family and
Well,
everything?
fortunately, I'm my kids are grown.
Mhm.
So they don't, you know, I have a son who's in the military, and I have another an older daughter. So they're doing their thing. So I'm not married or anything like that. So I
Mhm.
don't have that kind of family. So it is just me. It's just me that's, you know, that's taking care of myself and so on and so forth. But I have, you know, things that are in the works or things set aside for if my kids do need something that, you know, I got them. But it is just me. Um, So
Okay.
that's why I'm able to do it full time like I am. I walked away from corporate America. Um,
Mhm.
it's coming up on 7 years now because
Wow,
I
really?
made the conscious decision that I wanted to do this. I didn't want
Mhm.
to be in an office at a cubicle.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
I wanted to do this, and it was scary. I'm not even
Mhm.
going to paint a picture that I walked away from corporate America, and then boom, all of a sudden it all happened. Just it didn't. It didn't.
Yeah,
It
I feel
didn't.
the same way. I walked away corporate 5 years ago, but I've been doing Twitch for like it's such an insane journey. Sometimes I'm
Mhm.
like, what the heck did I just do?
Mhm.
Because as a DJ, you guys, you're not just a DJ. Like he said, you're marketing, you're advertising, you're trying to book sales, you're constantly
Mhm.
talking to businesses. If you're out there, say if you're not touring, I'm not like this grand tour DJ, but you're
Mhm.
constantly having to do everything as an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
And then if you're out there, say if you're like dating or you're out there trying to meet someone, you're like kind of like, should I really say what I do? Because you get judged
Well,
so much on it. People are just like, oh, like really at this age? Like they just think you're some party DJ, but they don't realize we've done
yeah,
fundraisers, we've done
yeah.
so many social initiatives, we've done things. I think the Twitch community is really great for understanding what we do, but
Mhm.
you're also hosting almost like a TV show, right? Green
Yeah,
screens,
yeah,
producing
yeah,
hardware, software, like it's endless. The
yeah.
thousands of dollars you've invested in cameras, lighting, so many things, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
indeed,
but I
indeed.
respect that. I think it's refreshing to hear sit down with someone that like gets it or left corporate America too. Like,
Mhm.
do people think you're crazy, like,
Oh
for
yeah,
doing that?
they
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. But the one thing that kept me going and that helped me along with my journey was my older sister.
Mhm.
Um, my older sister was like, "Look, I understand you don't wanna have a corporate job or whatever, and you wanna do music full time." He said, "I only ask one thing of you. So if you're gonna do this, really do it. Don't half-ass it. Really do it. And I got your back. But just stick with it. Be persistent. Be consistent. I got your back." And I just remember hearing those words from her, and I'm to be transparent, we sat there and we cried
Mhm.
after
Aw.
that because it was just one of those things. Because at that time we were also going through a death in the family as well. So
Mhm.
it was just like to hear that from her was like my sisters are my two biggest supporters.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're,
But
they're
don't
my
you
two
feel
biggest
like
supporters.
wakes you up when you're faced with someone that passed away or someone close to you? Doesn't
Hmm.
that wake you up to realize what life is, what it
It does.
truly is about?
It
And then
does.
it's like, why are we doing all these things to kind of keep up with the Joneses or keep up with
Hmm.
family or societal
Hmm.
pressure or, oh, you're
Hmm.
this age, you should have a mortgage and you should be this and you should be that. Like,
Right.
I always
Right.
respect the people that just literally sell off everything and they're like digital nomads or the
Yeah.
retirees that just
Yeah.
jump on a cruise ship and forget about a retirement home. I'm going to live on a
Right.
cruise ship. Like I was just talking to my friend about it, and but then don't you feel that pressure too? Like, oh, with a corporate job, obviously you're more established. Like I feel
Mm.
that pull all the time.
Yeah.
But then
Hmm.
I also look at the amount of people that passed away and I'm thinking life is too short to just
Hmm.
do what everyone else wants you to do.
Right.
Like just do what makes you happy and what lights you up, right?
Right.
And
Right.
if you
Right.
can make an income out of it instead of saying someone made the wrong decision, just support them. Like,
Right.
why is it so hard to just give a positive word or support
Hmm.
people that are creatives or just encourage them instead of listing the 10 things that could go wrong?
Right.
What happens if one of those things goes right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
we never say that. So,
Right. And it's
yeah,
it's it's so interesting that you would say that because I tell anyone that there's so many ways that a person could make money out here outside of the corporate realm, right? Now, anyone who stays in the corporate realm, I mean, God bless you. If that's your comfort zone, that's your comfort zone. That's what you do. But
for
don't
sure.
knock anyone else down who doesn't feel that that's their path. I would run into that all the time. Like, oh, you're crazy. You're too old to be doing this. And you're like,
Mhm.
what do you mean? Like, I've always wanted to do this. So this is my shot. I could fail at it. I could fail. But I at least want to give it the honest try and say, okay, I did it. It didn't work. Let me go back. You know what I
Yeah, that's
mean?
kinda where I'm at. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, gotta start applying for corporate jobs back again," right? But
Right.
look at all the successful people in life that have, I wouldn't say they failed at it, but
Mhm.
a lot of the risk takers in anything, even I was listening to, what is it? What's his name? Grant Cardone or some of those guys the other day, right? Like a lot of
Mhm.
speakers, and they
Mhm.
all talked about it, like
Right.
failing, right? But at least they took the risk to fail.
Yeah,
And
at
then
least take
now
the
they're like
risk.
millionaires, right?
Right. Right.
So you got to keep trying, and most people will play it safe. And there's nothing wrong
Right.
with playing it safe, but yeah, just don't dismiss the other people that
Right.
choose a different path or
Right.
turn your nose down at people that maybe want to do something creative or maybe
Mhm.
have it in their hearts, like where they love music or they love sport. It could be anything,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Right.
But what were you doing in the corporate world before? Can I ask?
I was I was a government contractor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I worked for the government.
Wow. Oh, man.
So yeah.
20 more years
And
you could have put in and got a nice
I
pension.
know, right? Yeah, I know. And look, and I see a comment from Charlemagne. Charlemagne said it best. It's just the human nature of people who don't follow their dreams. You know, they're dream killers. You know,
Mhm.
that's it's just human nature. But you kind of got to take that for what it is and just follow your own path. I talk with my girlfriend about this all the time. Me and my girlfriend, we
Mhm.
talk about this all the time, and it's just like,
Mhm.
you know, and she's been very instrumental as of lately in my journey as well. She's like,
Mhm.
you know, what you do is kind of scary, but you know, the fact that you're actually getting it done is just amazing to me. I'm like,
That's
yeah, it is pretty
awesome.
freaking scary.
Yeah.
Because
Is
like I
she a
said, it
creative
didn't say it
too?
again.
Is she a creative too? Or
She
understand what you're doing?
she definitely understands what it is that
That's
I do.
awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good because that sometimes I see a lot of partners, especially on Twitch, where it's like one person hates it. Like the DJ, me and the DJs are like this because
Right,
we all get nerdy, right? Like calling
right.
each other, technical
Mhm,
stuff, everything.
mhm.
And then their wives or their partners are just like, oh, get this Twitch world out of like I can't stand it. I don't understand why he's always blasting his music. It's so annoying,
Right, right,
so
right,
it does help if you have a partner that kind of supports and understands what you're doing, right?
right.
So
Yes, it is.
that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Wow. So that's good. So yeah, no, that's interesting. Let's see. I'm just trying to see here as well. Oh, so your favorite venue or event? I know you've played so many, but is there any like event that stands out to you over the years or any party that you've done where you're like, wow, this was amazing?
Yes, there was an event that I did, a couple years back, like, just out of the pandemic. It was myself, Priest the Nomad, and Tracy Lee.
Mhm.
We did this event called the Pearl Street Warehouse, and, a nice, beautiful sound stage. It's like a bar type of area, but the amount of detail that they put in that sound stage was absolutely amazing. I had an amazing time there. Um, Sharing the stage with another Philly legend, Tracy Lee. That was dope. That was like the most recent biggest standout experience that I've had. That was amazing.
Amazing. If there's any artists you could tour or work with, who would that be?
Oh man.
Or even sing with? It could may not even just be DJing, it could be like singing with. If there's anyone.
Well, let's see. I've already sang with Marsha Ambrosia.
Oh, you
Um,
have? Oh,
yeah,
man, she's my favorite.
I sang with Marsha Ambrosia
Get me an
before.
interview. Sorry, I'm nerdy. I
I'll
love
see what I can do.
Marsha. I
I'll
feel
see
like
what I can
she's
do.
so underrated. She is so underrated. I
She
mean,
is.
she's done a lot, but I
Mhm,
feel she should be put out on the spotlight way more. Her voice
mhm,
is powerhouse, you
mhm.
know?
Um, I think if there was any group or artist that I would want to tour with, man, that's a good one. I would probably say the Roots.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
The
Yeah,
Roots.
I
But
could
that's just
see
off the
that.
top of the head. I can't really that's off the top of the head. I
How
would
did
say
you
that.
link up with Marsha? He's like, "Oh, yeah, I just sang with Marsha, from Floetry. It's like really, yeah, no big deal." I was
I
like,
was
"What?"
I was the opening act for her in Avant.
Oh, man. That would be pressure, though. Opening up
It
for
was.
Marsha?
It was.
You better be a good singer. Well, you are a good singer, but you better be a good. Twitch is our radio's funny. She's like, you Google everyone. How did you not know that he could sing? I'm like, oh, I guess I've never been on your show when I heard you singing. So I'm surprised by that. But you're right. I do Google everyone. You are right. I've Googled all you guys throughout this interview. I know your whole life story. I clicked on all your pictures already. Um, so Marsha, wow. Did you get a chance to interact? Because I know
Yes.
they keep it separate, but
Yes,
she
I
seems
did.
like the type that would like is just down to earth, you know?
She is. She was very down to earth. So I did get a chance to interact, and very cool person. I met her on two separate occasions, and
Wow.
the second occasion that I met her, I was surprised she even remembered who I was because
Aw,
it was so long, so far between the both meetings. But she remembered who I was. Hey, you. Hey, you. So
that's
that
amazing.
was cool.
If you
Yeah.
could have any producer to work with to produce like your singing, what producer would you want to work with?
Oh man. Um, Real Charlemagne. No, well, actually true. That's actually true. I love to work with Real Charlemagne. But if I had to pick a producer, um, I would say Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam.
I was thinking you were gonna say Babyface, but I could have been wrong. I don't know,
Mhm.
Babyface just came in my head,
Right.
right?
I like Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam's productions a lot.
Mhm. Nice. Oh,
So
wow. Okay. And then if you could pick any superhero, who would that be that you would wanna be? Any superhero you could think of that comes to mind.
Wolverine from the X-Men
Ooh, why do you pick him? That's a good one.
because he's short like me,
Mhm.
and and he's indestructible practically.
Oh, I like that. I like that. If you guys have any questions too, I know we got about 10, 15 minutes left. Drop it in the chat if there's anything you want to know about him as well. It's been really interesting, just learning more about you and hearing where you came from. Lil Unique's laughing, you know, with your comment, short like me. That is a good one though. I didn't
Short like
realize he was short. I thought he was like 6 feet too. Huh, could be wrong. I think everyone next to me is 6 feet. Oh,
Oh
man.
my
That's
goodness,
that's
that's
my
funny.
problem. That's my problem, too short. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, we got CJ in the building too. I'm sure I've missed a few people in here. Kenya, kick it as well. I see them too. But yeah, drop some questions if you guys have any questions. Oh, he called, oh my gosh, you met little Lil Unique and you called them a giant?
She
Did you
said I called her a giant.
Yeah. Did you call her a giant? Never call a
I didn't.
woman a
I don't remember
giant.
calling her a giant. I don't remember calling her a giant. I probably did. I don't know. I
To
may
all the
have.
fellas in the room, let me help you out. Never call a woman a giant. Oh, she said yes, because they're always she's gonna remember that for life. What is she? Does she
Oh my
play for the
god.
WNBA or what? That would be a giant to me. Uh, but I
She's not.
consider
She's not.
women
She's
that
not.
are
She's
5'8"
not
and up giants
WNBA.
to me.
She's not
Hmm?
WNBA tall. At least I don't think she is.
Oh, no? But you called her a giant. The other girl that was bodybuilding in your chat, I liked her too. She was super cool. She said that she could pick you up. She could probably bench press you.
That that would
Did you
that
see
would be
that?
that would be my sister. That's my blood sister.
Oh,
That's
is
my
that your
sister.
blood sister?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. She looks like she could bench press me. She looks like she could bench press both of us, but
Yeah.
we're
She's the
both little.
bodybuilder in the family.
Oh, that's your
Bodybuilder.
sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. You got some celebrities in your family, a bodybuilder. Who else do you have in your family? Do you have a
Um.
cousin? Do you have a cousin that's part of like the Shy Group or H Town or Jodeci or something? Let me know.
Well, I
Oh, do
have
you
an
have
aunt.
another cousin that can sing?
Yeah, I have an aunt who actually inspires me to sing. She was in a group signed to Atlantic Records.
Yeah, but we're not looking for aunties on the Honey Flow show in aisle 2. We're looking for uncles. We're looking for uncles, DJ E Boogie. You know,
Look at
with
my
your
uncles. I don't
genes,
have any. I don't have any
you
uncles.
got a good facial face. Everyone says you look like Joe, so you got to have some like single uncles or like maybe
I don't.
cousins, maybe not
Not that
uncles,
I'm aware of. I don't have any
but I'm
uncles that
sure
I'm
your
aware
uncles would be, you know, decent
of.
too.
That's
Oh man.
funny.
Okay, sorry, going back to that. So disrespectful. Okay, let's go back to your auntie. So what were you saying? I was thinking about your uncle right now
My
as
uncle. Yeah,
a single
I
uncle.
don't have any
I got
uncles.
distracted.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
let's go back to your auntie. So
Yeah,
you
my
said
yeah, she's
go
a
ahead.
singer. My aunt's a singer. She's
Wow.
a singer.
Really?
Signed to it. She was signed to a record deal with Atlantic Records for a short period of time. She has a moderate hit out that hit the Billboard charts, and I was super proud of her when it happened. And just she's one of my biggest inspirations as far as singing goes.
What was
She's
your
my
auntie's name or singing like stage name?
her. She went by the name of Rainy Day because her
Rainy
name is
Day.
Lorraine.
What was the song that came out? I wonder
The
if
song
anyone.
is the song is called "You Are the One," and the group
Oh,
is called Stroke
what?
on Atlantic Records.
What?
Yeah,
Your auntie was part of Stroke?
you know that? You know them?
I think I know. I weren't they didn't they come out with some tracks in the 90s?
Yeah, yeah.
How how is DJ E Boogie saying all this nonchalant stuff like, "Oh yeah, I kind of sing. Oh yeah, I just kind of opened up for Marsha. Oh yeah, my auntie is just kind of like from the group Stroke." I'm like, "What? What
Yeah.
else are you going to tell us? Like you got another auntie named Gladys Knight? Are you going to
No,
say that?
I
Are
wish.
you gonna say, "Oh, you have another Auntie Patty LaBelle and she makes, sweet
Um,
potato pies at
um,
Walmart and Target"? Are you gonna say that to us?
on that note of Patti LaBelle, rumor has it in my family she is my cousin. I don't know
Oh,
this to be
really?
true. I don't know this to be true, but that's what they say. That
Well,
she's
you definitely have some artists
mhm,
in your family if you can sing. Because
mhm.
where did you get your singing voice? From your mom? From your grandparents?
From my
Like, where
dad.
did oh, from your
From
dad.
my yeah, from my
Oh, so
biological
let me
father.
guess, is your dad Keith Sweat? Like, what's going on here? Is there
No,
any other famous
no,
people
my
you've
dad.
worked with that you wanna tell me Honey Flow about? I
No,
thought
my
I
dad's
Googled
not
you.
Keith Sweat.
They
That's a good
said
one.
oh, okay. How you
That's a good
doing, the
one.
energy goddess? Oh, okay. But that's what I
Hey
like about
sis, hey
you.
sis,
I
what's
feel
going
like you're
on,
very
goddess?
humble, like you're not out there, like, showing all your accolades and
Mhm.
saying, "Hey, look at me, me, me." Like, I like that. I think that's a
Yeah,
great quality about you.
thank
But
you.
please let us know if you've worked with any other famous people, if you're touring with Keith Sweat, if you have any other popular people in your family, you know, let us know.
I sure will. I sure
Oh,
will.
okay. Yeah, that's what it is. I was trying to find the right word. I think you said it correctly, fiercely shining. You have a humble and spirit about you. Like you have a sweet heart about you. I know I don't know you, like we don't know each other super well.
Mhm.
But I feel like you exude that. Like you have a sweet heart about you. So that's what it is.
Thank you.
Fiercely shining.
I appreciate that. I appreciate, and I pride myself on that because this is, you know, I don't let all the stuff cloud my judgment or cloud my head about anything because it could all be taken away from me just like that. So I
So
try to
true.
make it a point to treat people with kindness, be courteous. That's the law that I live by.
Mhm.
So even when people are rude to me, I try to just keep it classy and just let them do their thing and I do my own thing. So
That's true. Have you ever had to walk away from any lucrative, like, enticing opportunities where you're like, "Oh, I could get paid so well for this, but it just doesn't fit with what I wanna do or doesn't really maybe
yes,
morally feel like it fits?" I don't know what your moral compass is, but, like, I don't know. Oh, you said yes, so maybe
yes.
you could give us an example.
Um, I walked away from a record deal
Oh, wow.
at the age of 17.
Mhm.
Um, I had a chance to sign a record deal with an independent label, but um, and of course, at that age, what are you thinking about at that point? Oh, I'm going to be a big star. I'm going to do this, and that, and that. My mother put a stop to that. Like, nah,
Hmm.
you're not ready. You know. So
Mhm.
I had to make the conscious decision to like, nah. If mom says I'm not ready, then I'm not ready. So
But why did she say that you weren't ready? Or and did you really want it, or did you just say,
I
like,
really,
"I
I
can't"?
really wanted it, but I think my mother saw the immaturity in me, and I believe she was right. Because
Mhm.
I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, you know how record deals are, and this was back in when I was in high school. I really, who knows where I would have been if I would have signed a record deal at age 17, not knowing what I was getting myself into.
For sure. Like, was it with, like, a label, like a big label,
It was
or
it was a subsidiary of a big label. Yeah.
oh, okay. Now he's just gonna tell us, "Oh, it was just Def Jam, Honey
No.
Flu, no big deal. Oh, it was just Bad Boy or whatever label, I don't
Oh
know,
man,
it
no, it wasn't. It
wasn't
wasn't
really a
anybody
big deal."
like that.
I'll be like, "What?"
they they
Do you
were
ever
they
look
were
do you ever
they
look
were.
back and have regrets? Like, "Oh, man, I" or do you ever think, "If I would have signed, I wonder" and that was for singing, right?
Mhm.
So, do you ever think, "Man, I could have gone, like, really far if I would have signed," or, like, do you ever have any regrets
I don't
with
think
it?
no, I don't have any regrets. I think I made the right decision,
Mhm.
especially knowing what I know about the music industry now.
Whew, isn't that the truth, right?
You know, I made
Especially
the
when
right
you're
decision.
young, you're so much "How you doing, Shay I'll check, yeah, I was just checking. I'll check my whispers after. Um, yeah, especially with what you know now, right? Because when you're young, you're just naive. Like, you're
Yeah,
like,
you're
"Oh, I'll
super
sign
super
anything."
naive. Right, and my mother picked up on that. She saw that, you
But
know.
then why if your mom knew you were talented maybe she's trying to protect you from the
Yeah.
industry, but maybe she could have read the terms and said, "Okay, this is how it's gonna be," and set them,
Well,
maybe,
yeah,
for
but
you.
at that time we didn't know anything about getting entertainment lawyers or anything like. I mean,
Mhm.
I wasn't busy savvy at all. You know,
True.
all I had was this contract from this record label. They heard me sing. Hey, we want to sign you. I take it to
Mhm.
mom. Mom's like, "What's this? Oh, it's a record label. They want to sign me." She looked at it, said, you're not ready. You're not
Mhm.
ready for this."
Yeah,
Yes.
that's so true. Shayte says being young in the industry can be bad if you're impressionable and don't have people with best intentions helping
That's
you.
right.
It's already
Absolutely.
bad as it is times, Shayte,
Absolutely.
and I know you know this, you have family that are DJs. And we were just talking about that earlier, having frenemies or opportunists or people
Mhm,
around you that befriend
mhm.
you. And I mean, you see it everywhere, right, in this industry. So you got to really know who your supporters are. And then in
Right.
entertainment can be very luring. You can have people throw stuff at you,
Mhm,
different opportunities,
mhm.
but sometimes it can literally be selling your soul off. So are you going to do that for opportunities? Are you going to do that for money?
Right.
Which we already see in Hollywood, in entertainment. Like we see more of it here,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So then what keeps like if you were to get a like a recording label ask you to jump on board now, would you do it or would you kind of be more independent and try to do
I'd
it on
stay
your own?
I'd stay independent. I'd s
Yeah?
if yeah, I would stay independent, but what I would do is this: if I could get a distribution deal from that label,
Mhm.
at least with distribution, I still control my look, the music I put out. I control all of that. All they're doing is throwing money at it.
Mhm.
As far as marketing and budgeting and things, I want the marketing and budgeting money. Give me that money so I don't have to spend it. That's your money. But I still own everything. I still own all my masters. Like I own the masters to my album now. I own everything.
Like I
So
was looking, I think it was on Vogue story with Dawn, I'm sure a lot of you guys saw that clip. I don't know there's a lot of back and forth, I guess, with that clip of her being homeless, but Dawn from On Vogue, and it talked
Yeah.
about, so I Googled, I think it was her or another artist. I can't remember who it was. I'm pretty sure it was from On Vogue. And they're saying how much she would have made. It was like unbelievable, you
Hmm.
guys.
Hmm.
I can't remember if it was her, the group, or if it was, it could have been a different artist I'm getting confused with. But anyways, I calculated it. It would have been $400 million they would have gotten, like for their music, for royalties. But because the contracts were, they didn't know what they're signing to when they're young.
Right.
They only got $400,000. I think it was I don't know if it was between the 4 members or just 1. So
Hmm.
when you break down, yeah, 400,000, half a million seems like a lot, but think about it. If a group made $400 million and you're only paying that artist $400,000, like
Yeah.
that's insane. And you're still being greedy and taking, you're not giving the rights to those artists,
Right.
right? Like,
Welcome,
and you
welcome,
look at
welcome to the
TLC.
wonderful world of music, of the entertainment world. Welcome to the entertainment world.
But it's a catch 22 because if you
Yeah.
don't sign on, you're not going to get played on commercial radio. Good
Hmm.
luck. You'll get played on maybe community radio if the
Hmm.
DJ likes you or whatever. You're not getting played commercially. You're not getting anything rotated. You
Hmm.
know, the algorithms, like if you're doing it by yourself, they're not always in favor for you on these apps. So it doesn't matter how great popular you are. It's almost like a lottery, like a bit of a luck if the algorithms work in your favor too.
Right. Right.
But then I see the flip side that artists have sustained themselves and have created bigger followings with social media, right?
Hmm.
They've
Hmm.
done it where they can go to Times Square or Dundas Square or wherever that may be and have like hundreds or thousands of people there waiting for
Right.
them because of what they
Right.
built, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know which way is better, you know? Like,
Yeah. It would just really all depend on that artist, on their
mm,
situation. You know what I mean? If you're not reading any contracts and you're just signing anything, of course you're going to get taken for a ride. But if you have um the business sense to, number one, view the contracts, you know what I mean?
mhm,
And number two, set something up for yourself. Because I mean, real quickly, I know we got to go, but real quickly, when
mhm,
and I would say for any artist, if I had to give an advice to any artist that wanted to get signed to a label per se, I would tell that artist to go out and market themselves first. Get
hmm.
themselves get their name up on their own, build their own team, get their name up so that the labels are looking at them, right? So by the time the labels come calling for you, you have a bargaining chip for the label. Say, okay, look, I want this much. And if they go, what makes you think you're worth that much? Oh, because I did
Mhm.
all this by myself without you. So, you know what I mean? Like 21 Savage, to be, for example, 21 Savage went platinum as an independent artist before he even signed his label deal.
Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know
and
that.
then when he got his deal, when he got his deal, he was able to get the lion's shares of the profits. The
Mhm.
label's getting the smaller share. He's getting the bigger share because he already set himself up before they came around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'd say independence, even as a DJ, an artist, independence, in my opinion, is better. It's a little bit more work, but if you're willing to put in that work, it'll pay off in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Do you do any corporates and weddings, or do you kinda, are you more like club, concerts,
I do corporates,
teaching? Oh, you do?
corporates as well. Mhm.
Yeah, because I find corporates and weddings, they, I mean, yeah, they require work in a different way, but you're getting paid. Like,
Yeah,
they're not heckling you down to the ground like a club
right,
promoter or another
right,
DJ company would.
right.
It's like you get paid, you say your worth, they either book you or they don't.
Yeah,
So, I appreciate, I mean, that's where the bread and butter is
it
corporate,
is.
you know?
It is.
And, yeah. Is there any company that would, like, you would love to work, for in terms of DJing? Like, say, like, just anyone that you could think of or any corporate where you'd be like, "Oh man, that would be amazing." The car show,
Uh,
that's pretty dope.
None that I could think of right offhand, but I mean, hey, any corporation that wanted to reach out to me and wanted to do business with me, I would do business with anyone as long as the contracts are right, as long as the
Mhm.
money's right.
You should
Let's
apply
do
for
it.
some of the sports teams. I could see you getting in there too.
Yeah,
Have you ever
yeah.
done
I've
that?
looked into that. I've looked into that
Mhm.
briefly. I need to get look more into that, but I would love to do that as well.
'Cause there's other guys I've interviewed and they talk about different ways how they got in,
Hmm.
like playing in those arenas, so
Hmm.
they would be good to link up with.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank because 'cause I'm getting old, but I remember their faces in my head. I'm just drawing a blank right now. But
Right.
I've interviewed a few of them that have done, different yeah, like, yeah, list them, you guys. Bizon, yeah, for sure. He does, and a few others have done even the tailgate parties, like Mo
Hmm.
One's done,
Hmm.
and his brother Juice has done a few tailgate parties, and,
Hmm.
the other one from, Jersey, I was just talking to him too. He's done a lot in Jersey and New York, like New
Right.
York Knicks and stuff,
Right.
so big ones. He told me in the interview it's all, relationship building
Yeah.
first. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you could be a grand DJ, but it really is networking and getting in those circles
Right.
and just
Right.
connecting with people, being professional, right?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, that would be an awesome dream. I was gonna say, let's see. Oh, DJ Gemini. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that, Lil Unique. That's interesting. I am DJ Shiz. How you doing? Good to see you. Where
Shiz.
which arena does Bizon's another I gotta get the him on too. Such a humble guy too, you know, Bizon. So I'm gonna leave you with I'm trying to think. I know we gotta get going, but this last question I often think about is I just wonder how people think, and it gets them thinking that maybe it can be achievable, right? So it's kind of a bit of a deep question, but I do ask this a lot to everyone that, if say if you had like a year or two to live, and it doesn't have to do with DJing or music or anything, but like what would you want to do? Like what would be most important to you to do in that year? And what type of legacy would you wanna leave behind?
Oh wow. If I only had a 2 years to live.
Yeah, like, say if it was just a year or 2, what
Mhm.
would you want it could be anything, like anything grand or big, or it could be I've had a lot of interesting answers. I'll probably tell you after I hear yours, but
Mhm.
anything that comes to mind that you're like, "Man, I would love to do this. This would complete me or light me up,"
Right.
before I passed, like, this is something I would love to do, and it doesn't have to do with working or DJing. It could be
Okay.
anything, right?
I would love to I would love to act in a movie.
Hmm,
I don't know,
interesting.
it's something I was always interested in.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
cool.
I think that would be kind of a cool legacy to leave. I'm fortunate and happy and blessed to have work bodies of work out there that, if my children would have children, that they can go back and say, "Hey, look, this is what granddad did. This is what
Mhm.
he did." You know what I mean? So I'm happy in knowing that I have that legacy that I could leave behind for them. Um, but I think, yeah, acting in a movie would be kind of cool.
Interesting. That was the first answer. I've never gotten that answer, so that was unique. That's pretty
Really?
cool. That's
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
Hey, it can be achievable. You never know, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I get travel and like all kinds of different things. Sometimes
Hmm.
just spending time with family, not
Yeah.
doing anything big and grand, but just
Hmm.
spending those moments and times with the people that you
Hmm.
love around you, right?
Hmm.
So, okay, so that's cool, acting. Well, maybe we'll see that added to your resume, you know? I mean, you could
Maybe.
sing,
Who
you can
knows? Maybe. Who
DJ.
knows?
Can you
Maybe.
play sports? Can you bake a cake? Like, what else? You do home renovations? Like,
I
I should
can
be
cook a little
interviewing
bit.
your girlfriend. I should be interviewing her because she knows. But I feel like you have covered everything. You said you
Oh
rap, you
man.
DJ, you're part
Yeah.
of a band. What else? He sang for us guys. What else can he do? Like,
I'm
you're a techie person, clearly. You know
I'm a techie
technical
person.
stuff. You
I am
teach.
a techie person. Say it
Can you
again.
bake? Can you okay, the only 2 things left. Can you bake?
No, I can't bake. I can cook though.
Can
I
you
can
change
cook.
tires on a car?
I can change tires on a car. I can
See?
do that.
See what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say, you know? Oh, man. Well, this was so much fun getting to know you, and,
Thank
thank
you.
you for coming on. I really appreciate
Thank you.
it. It
I
was
appreciate you for having
awesome.
me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was really, really great just learning more about you and learning new things too. So make sure everyone, please, everyone in the room, everyone on Facebook, everyone on YouTube and Twitch that's watching, make sure you give him a follow, DJ EBOOGIE, and you won't be disappointed. He does such an amazing show, guys, and his show is fire. And again, it just gives you those feel good vibes. His voice and his presence, how he interacts with people is very warm when you walk in his room. And just that Jay Dilla smooth type of slum village
Yeah,
kind of vibe, I really like. So it's
that's
awesome.
my
I got to.
thing.
So why don't you let them know when you're, I guess, when you're on, the times you're on, and when they could catch you as well.
Okay. I'm gonna be if you guys aren't sick of me tonight, I'm gonna be on again tonight at 11 p.m. for Retro Grooves. Um, and then after that, I'm gonna be back on next Friday or Friday after next, the 2nd of May for the rush hour. I'm taking a week off. I'm going on vacation.
Okay. Where are you
Taking a
heading
week
to
off.
see your Uncle Keith sweat? Like, where are you headed? That's
No, I'm not
another
gonna.
thing I love about this guy.
That's
He's
so
like, "Oh,
funny.
yeah, I just have, who's your auntie again?" I was gonna say Total, not Total,
Ra-
Stroke?
Yes, she's in stroke.
Oh, my
Lorraine.
auntie is just a little celebrity in Stroke, you know? Oh, I can maybe sing just a little bit, and then he pulls out, like, Joe on us, has Honey Flo nearly pass out because he could
Oh my
sing.
God.
Jeez. I don't know. Yeah. I was gonna ask, is there anyone that you would like to raid into? There's a lot of people online. I don't know if you could see.
Who's on? Oh
How
my
you doing,
goodness.
this girl Xtina? Make sure you guys add this girl Xtina. She was just putting puzzles together, and she puts Legos together and does a playlist show. Hey,
Oh,
we
that's
got
cool.
DJ. Yeah, it is actually pretty cool. And she's got the best curls on Twitch. I want to steal her hair because I love curls. We got DJ Smooth D in the building. Make sure you add him
Diamond
as well.
Lee.
Oh, I don't see Diamond Lee. Where is?
I thought I saw him. I
I
could
don't
be
think I
wrong.
saw
Anyway,
him.
okay.
DJ Jayski. I gotta catch you. I don't think I've caught you. I
Yeah,
gotta catch
J-Ski is a
you.
vibe.
Jayski.
J-Ski is a vibe.
We got
He's
the
a whole
Energy
vibe.
Goddess. Who else? Lil Unique. Um, Yeah, thanks for coming through, you guys. Everyone, Island Girl,
Oh, now I
and
want to say something real quick before we leave.
Mhm.
I have the best moderators on Twitch. There, I said it. There, I said it.
all the moderators are great on Twitch.
They are great. You know, but they are great. Shiz, good to see you. So shouts to Island Girl, the Energy Goddess, Lil Unique, Heaven's Girl, K Nikki and BK all day. Those are my moderators. So and Grits and Butter, although she
Nice.
just doesn't know it yet. She doesn't know it yet. But
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, we got some great people
yeah,
joining us. Thank you guys for joining us. It was really, really good. Oh, were you able to see anyone online?
yes.
Oh,
What about DJ Blue Collar?
okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Let's read into
DJ.
Blue Collar.
Um,
He's on Retro Grooves tonight, y'all. So he's just starting his set right now. So let's
how
go to
come he's not showing up? That's weird. DJ Blue Collar. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see. I see him.
okay,
Okay, so we'll
got him.
definitely rate him, DJ Blue Collar. Thank you guys, everyone, for joining. Make sure again you're adding DJ E Boogie. You could
Thank you
check out his
guys.
singing. Check out everything he does, his smooth grooves, as well. And if you're digging the show, definitely check out this channel. This is my talk show channel. And I had to start a new channel because I almost got banned for a year on this channel for playing
Oh
music.
wow. What did
Yeah,
you do?
so well,
You can tell me off camera.
I kept posting my VODs. I know, me of all people getting kicked off. Come on.
Oh my
I kept
God.
posting my VODs. I was like, they haven't said anything. It's
Uh-huh.
fine. It's okay. I kind of downplayed it and I posted all my VODs and I kept them up and it said, look, like if you're going to continue, your channel is going to be shut down for a year.
Oh
And it
wow.
actually said that. I was like, "Oh, shoot, man." So, I don't know if I'll be playing music too much. It's hard starting in another channel, though. I don't wanna start
Right,
another channel. It's annoying. It's so much
right.
work.
It is.
So, but yeah, this will be my talk show channel, so you guys can catch me every Wednesday night. We got next week is gonna be awesome. I don't know if I'm just getting older. I need something for my memory, guys. Like, oh, DJ Neil Armstrong. I'm always forgetting DJ's names. So I don't know if you know who DJ Armstrong is, DJ Boogie, but he
I heard
is
the name. Yeah.
Jay-Z's. Yeah, he was Jay-Z's DJ. He's like the king master of mixtapes. So
Right.
he was Jay-Z's DJ for a number of years, I believe. But I remember I still have his CD mixtapes from like over 20 years ago.
Oh
This
wow.
guy is like a grand master. He will mix like Motown with Biggie,
Right.
like all these hip hop artists with Motown or 50s. It's insane, his brain.
Right.
This
Right.
guy is a musical genius. Everyone in the room has to add DJ Armstrong. So I'm going to be Neil Armstrong. So I'm going to be
Yeah.
having him on my show. And again, he was Jay-Z's touring DJ. So I'm sure we're going to have
Nice.
lots. I'm sure I'm going to get the T on Jay-Z and hear lots of
Maybe, maybe.
interesting
I don't know. Maybe,
stories.
maybe.
Yeah, there's lots of cool like DJ. I think it was oh, I can't remember. Was it Silver Night? No, it was I can't remember. Anyways, I've had a few that have opened up for Obama.
Right,
DJ Malachi talks about driving to Janelle Monáe's house mansion and
right.
giving her vinyls. Like lots of cool, really cool
That's
stories,
awesome.
We
That's
find
awesome.
out DJ Boogie's a mini celebrity and we didn't even know it. He's got famous people in his family and he didn't tell us, you know? So, okay, I'm gonna start the raid.
I appreciate you, Honey Flow. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so
for
much.
sure. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. So add DJ Boogie. You could add me to this. This is my talk show channel. And then of course
Sure
my other
will.
channel
Thank you,
is
everyone.
under
Thank you.
DJ Honeyflow Music. So you could add there too. Mr. Nate, Fiercely Shining, The Energy Goddess, Island Girl. I am DJ Shiz, this girl Xtina.
Cheers.
Who else is here? Energy, Diva, Unique, DJ Ski, DJ Raise the crowd. Yeah, so many people have come through. Thank you guys. Much love to each of you. DJ Smooth D. I think the raid is going, right? Is it going?
There it is. I
See
see
here.
it.
Okay. Sometimes you got to rate because it misses people a few times. Oh, yeah. You could copy my raid message. This is why I'm such a horrible mod. I'm like, just copy my raid message after they just all rated out. Let's see. Okay. So it just rated. I'm going to try again because it misses so many people. Blue collar. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to check your shows more often when I'm on Twitch too. I want to
Oh,
catch
that'd
you
be
more
great.
often.
Great.
Mhm.
Yes, please. You're more than welcome to come through and hang out. You're more than
Yeah,
welcome.
it's definitely always a vibe for sure.
Thank you.
So if you
Thank you.
guys missed the train or the raid, we're going to DJ Blue Collar. So check him out. I think I did it one last time.
I
We'll
think you
see if
got it.
yeah, did it raid out?
Yeah, I think it came through. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yep, it came through.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, sounds good.
Yay!
All right. Well, have a great night and we'll definitely be
Thank
in
you.
touch. Maybe
Yes.
I got to learn some things from you. So
Please hit me up.
or Photoshop your hands so I can enter in a scratch battle. Actually, I wanna do that for a joke, like, just for the fun of it, like,
Right.
mess with people, and I always tell the guys I wanna chop off their hands, put paint on them, and just I'm like, "Just do something so I could enter in a competition already." But
Right,
wouldn't that
right.
be hilarious if, like, my
Oh,
hands
man.
like, you
It, the
have baby or you have these big hands, like DJ Eden's hands on me, you know, and we Photoshop them? And
too
that would
funny.
be
That's
so
too
funny.
funny.
I just
That's
want to
too
see
funny.
if we can get some people, mess with them. Anyways, okay, so I think that's gone through. All right, well, have a great night. It was
You
great,
do the same.
the
Thank you.
interview. Hopefully, you could catch the replay. It's on my
Yep.
page and YouTube, and we'll see each other soon as
Yes,
well.
we sure will.
All
All right.
right,
Thank you, Honey Flo.
okay, okay. Take care. Good
Bye.
seeing you.